Grand Rising, everybody. It's our midweek check-in. I see my Lotus here. I'm trying to be a little upbeat, and but my heart is saddened. Trying to get some music in the background. Again, my heart is saddened. I don't want to mention his name yet because, for family privacy. But one of our good brothers, a person who I've come to know as a friend, has passed away. It transitioned. The last time we spoke was the end of July 24th. And I was waiting to hear from him. This is somebody who, comes in all the time that I go live. Salute, Pamela, salute. Pamela J's in the building. So I'm still a little numb. I was debating about coming on today and even doing a live because my mind and my heart is not completely here. And when we do readings or when we're doing some type of work where we're in spiritually inclined, you need to really be there completely, right? And when your soul is being troubled and hurt, or you're grieving, your feelings can get tied into your readings. So therefore, that's why I'm only doing oracles today. I'm not going to be on long. I'm not going to be doing any mini readings if anybody was interested for today. Also note that I'm not doing personal readings at the moment due to scheduling in my household and also getting spiritually right. So right now the books are closed. They may go open. I may open back up in September when school starts for us here in NYC. But and I'm going to try not to cry because I'm still in a state of shock. And anybody who has contact with me, hit me up behind the scenes if anything. But I want to give this person's family their privacy, so I'm not going to mention his name. But I was looking at his messages yesterday, like I'm waiting for him to respond back to me, and that's not going to happen. And he was taken away from us very suddenly and at a young age. And he is one of my big supporters who's now a friend, so the takeaway messages, you hear this over and over again, love who you love right then and there with you, because you just don't know. And it's a very cliche saying, but it's true. And I'm glad that I was able to talk with this brother on a day-to-day basis, like pretty much more than I would talk to my own family members, like mother, father, and stuff like that. Like he, myself, and another one of our sisters here, we have a very close relationship with him. Salute Murray, Kim Murray. I got some really sad, devastating news. And I don't want to disclose his name, but he's one of our brothers. He's been here. He's been on different panels. So he's very close to us, and he has transitioned. I want to say, last time I spoke to him was July 24th, and I don't know if that's when he was taken from us. So, I'm just getting the news 5 days later because I hadn't checked my Instagram. And our sister called, distraught, crying, beside herself, that our good brother has transitioned over. I didn't ask for details because I couldn't even bear with it, because it's you're numb, you're shocked when you're speaking to this person and then literally they're gone. It's not like you're waiting for this person to transition and you can see them leaving, right? This is like that. What happened? I literally was just speaking to you hours ago. And I know this is not his character because he always calls, he always checks in with me. We're constantly back and forth communicating. So even if there was something wrong, he would send me a message like, "Nah, I'm good, sis. I'm good." So I'm still waiting for that call, and that I'm never going to get. I'm sort of still in denial, unfortunately. And that's a process with grief. We go through these different channels in grief where you're in shock. You don't understand. It's disbelief. I haven't gotten to the full acceptance yet. Because it's still it's fresh for me. Like I said, I just found out on Sunday, but he had been gone longer than that, and I didn't know. So it's just wild, and it's really like I'm really just taken aback. Like I'm gonna miss him being here. I miss him behind the scenes, hitting me up. Like I said, it's just mind blowing. But so with that being said, we had some different transits that happened, and it's crazy that Lionsgate happened. I also had some very kind of disturbing stuff in my household. It's just a weird time right now. It's a weird time. And no one person, if they think that they're scathed from any of this type of behavior and elements, I don't want to say you should be walking around in fear, but definitely be aware of your surroundings. Definitely be aware of who you are with, right? Even in your own household, because the agents of provocateurs are out here. They're preying on the children of light. They're preying on the people who want to change their life and go in another direction. They're preying on that. So with this gate, it had opened a portal August 8th, but prior to that, July 28th is when this Lionsgate portal was open. Just so happens that my good brother, our brother, might have transitioned during that time, and that portal is opened up for spirits to come through. It's the thinning of the veil, and I don't want to say that was his time, but it just, that is a portal for when our guardians, ancestors, deceased loved ones come through, and some to take back onto the other side. So it was a very intense time. On top of that, we had a full moon, a super full moon, August 12th. So with the 8/8 portal and then that full moon, it was a weird, it was an intense moment emotionally. Like, it was just really intense. And we know that the full moons can bring that on. We know that the full moons can bring on what they call like a lunatic kind of crazy atmosphere, environment. And so that you could have seen that playing out around you. We're going into a Mercury retrograde. We have a couple of planets that are already in retrograde right now. We got the planet of karma, which is Saturn. We got Pluto, which is about death. So we have a lot of intense energy around us. And, I would tell my brother, I would be like, be easy, be good out there and stuff, and you just, you gotta it's almost like a cliche thing as well. You almost gotta leave it into the Lord's hands, you leave it into the Creator's hands, because what can you do? You can pray, you can guard up as much as you can, but it's like, if it's someone's time, it's someone's time, and we don't really like to hear that. We don't really like to hear that, well, that was their time. Yeah, no, that's not their time if they're like 24 years old or 40 years old, you know what I mean? Or 16 years old. Nobody wants to hear that was their time. They didn't even get to live that much. You know what I mean? But it's a reality. And, as they say, God has plans, if you subscribe to that. Man makes plans and God laughs, because at the end of the day, the Most High is in control. And so that's where the denial kicks in. Like, no, this person's too young to go. How could, why would that happen? Right. And in between all that, I'm still grieving my grandmother, and her birthday was August 11th. And it was a big birthday for her. She would have been 95. So it was like death was around me. You know what I mean? And I try to be so strong about it, but it was literally surrounding me. And it is what it is, unfortunately. So let's go. I'm going to do a wisdom, and I'm going to do a divine beloved. Okay, I figured it was appropriate. This live is dedicated to my good brother. All right, I'm also doing the wisdom into his family, his children, child. I can't even imagine the state of belief, the hurt that they must be going through now. So, if any of his people are listening, or they check in later on, and you are close to him, this is my sincere condolences to you and yours. That brother was a funny dude, and I'm sure whoever he was around, he touched their heart as well, and made light of situations, and to try to do the best that he could in the circumstances that he was in. So, all right. In that note, let me grab a real quick sip of coffee, because I need to wake up. Like I said, I've been kind of like just in a funk, like in a just weird, sad grief, all that. Mourning my grandmother, and still kind of like being strong for my family. Like, they know how I am with my grandmother, so it's like they kind of like are watching me, like, are you okay? I haven't checked out yet. But like Pac said, I see death around the corner. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. All right. Let's get this sage. Also, a new subscriber came through. If I'm getting it wrong, I'm sorry, dear. It's Nefertiti, or let me get my thing here. 44. So she became a new subscriber. Coincidentally, on that sad day that I got the message that my brother, good brother, transitioned over. So she became a new subscriber to us. So salute to her. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for being a subscriber here, a new subscriber. Let me just make sure I got her name. Neptune 44. Okay, so thank you so much for being on other panels brings, not that I'm asking for it, but they come in, they like what I have to say, and they come in and they're subscribers. So salute to them, appreciate them very much. Appreciate her. Okay, so let's do a wisdom. No, I'll do the wisdom after. I'll do the beloved right now. I already shuffled before the live. All right, so what is the message then for the midweek check-in, please? For the collective, usually for the midweek, if those who don't know, I usually do a midweek check-in in regards to what your health is looking like, what your finances are looking like, what's romance looking like, and I leave with an oracle deck. So, it's not the typical midweek check-in, but however, I'm going to leave us with a message. I feel that, I needed to do this, even though I didn't really want to, because like I said, my state of mind is not fully there, but, and I didn't want to cheat my peoples out either. And I also wanted to just let them know and aware, you guys know him. I just don't want to say his name just yet, because again, I want to give respect to his family. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say anything. So I will keep his name disclosed. But when you find out, if you find out, you'd feel definitely how I feel, because he's cool with us. So we'll leave on that, okay? All right, so let's go ahead. So I'm just going to do oracles today. It's going to be a rather short reading. And then in the next 2 weeks, I'll come back on, because I'm doing it like every 2 weeks right now, just to get myself together. And then that check in with me next Wednesday the 28th. What is it? I can't even see. The 20. Hold on. Wednesday the 31st. Who does this with glasses? And because this is not real. I will be doing all signs for Virgo season for the month of September. So please make sure to come back in on that time frame, because you don't want to miss what's in store for you and your signs. You do that too, Pamela? Like, we're trying to be cute out here, and then we like, wait, hold up, let me stop being cute for a minute. You know it's rough when I don't even got my earrings on, right? It's just like Okay. All right. Oh, so we got 2 cards. All right, beautiful. And then we got clarity at the bottom of the deck. All right, beautiful cards there. And so the cards that came out for the collective is desires and discernment. Yeah. It's really, oh my goodness, Pamela. I think you would know him too, because he's been on 183rd's platform. I'm telling y'all, the day that you guys find out, again, like I said, I don't want to say anything right now because I don't know. But you guys would definitely be like, whoa. Yeah. So, okay, so first card is desire. I offer all longings to you. Okay, and this also has 2 people here, so this could be soulmate energy, all right, twin flame energy. If you subscribe to that, what is twin flame? That's twin souls. You made a contract to come down. You guys were born together spiritually, and you made a contract to come back many lives to try to do it right. I'm still learning about the twin flame energy, so I don't really talk about it too much because I don't know too much about it. But soulmate energy, this could be best friend energy here. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, right? We know that soulmates come in all shapes and forms. Yeah, all shapes and forms. You could have your cat could be a soulmate. It is for me. And brother, sister, best friend, male or female, right? Parents, siblings, you name it, they can be your soulmate, right? So the card says, change me, divine beloved. And when we talk about divine, we're talking about the Most High, right? The Creator. Into who I offer all longings to you. Let me feel whole, knowing all true needs will be handled. You are my source for all. So if some of us are actually praying, or sending out our intentions, right? The full moon was that moment where we can send these intentions out. If you're looking, for love, if you will, this full moon has brought this soulmate energy to you, this romantic, if you will, relationship to you. That's because you have been doing the work, right? You have this discernment right here is the next card out. Because some of us have said, you know what? We're not doing this. We're not doing the same old okie doke that we were doing before. You've gotten your discernment. You're using your mind, your noggin, your third eye, the pineal. So this could be bringing that kind of energy in because you've been doing your inner work. You've been doing your shadow work. If you've been here with me rocking out, chances are you've definitely been doing some shadow work. So you're using this discretion now of, that's not who I was. I was that a couple of months ago. I was that 6 months ago. I was that a year ago. I'm not that person now. I may have some of that shadow residuals still in me, but that's not who I was. And that's not how I'm thinking now. So your inner desires, you're working on that. You want that to come to you, manifesting that. Right? It's not only just a sexual thing. This could be in working with partnerships with people. You could be wanting to start again with this business, start a business, or just working hand to hand with somebody, a partnership. This is bringing that in. So basically, whatever your heart's desire is what's going to be fulfilled for you during this time. Now, it is a weekly, but time is fluid, right? And if this message is not resonating with you, try not to make it fit. But know that if it doesn't make sense for you right now, it could probably start making sense for you down the line. So check back, in a couple of days, in a week from now, in 2 weeks, because I'm not coming back next week. But, in the bottom of the deck is clarity. So again, we're using our discernment as far as what we want in life, what we don't want, what we've been through, how we've, overcome certain things, and stepping into a new shift in our life, a new paradigm in our life, where it's like, you know what? I'm not about that life. I could be about that life, but I'm not about that life. They don't want to see me go back into that life, right? We're trying to change that out. All right, so let's read what discernment is. Trusting your plan. All right, grant me discernment and detachment when they're needed most. May I honor my feelings deeply, then fully letting go, trusting your plan. What did I say? Man makes plans and God laughs, right? So while you shouldn't put your plans on the back burner because you're like, oh, I don't know, this might, fall through. I trust the process. You fall 9 times, 10 on the 10th time, on the 10th try, you're getting back up. And that's how you need to look at it. I keep falling. Damn, when am I ever going to get up? The next time you try it again. So trusting in your plans, trusting in the Most High's plans for you, right? Using that discernment, getting that clarity, going deep within yourself, taking this time away. This is another reason why I've kind of like stepped back a little bit, because I need clarity. I need discernment, me, myself. So if I'm constantly out here, on social media or going on other platforms, and I have, but I haven't been myself giving my energy out. So sometimes we have to retreat so that we can get right with ourselves, our mind, body, and soul. We're always out here showing out. Everything is for show. What do you leave for yourself? Now, granted, if that's what somebody's job is and they constantly have to be in front of people and be in front of media, hey, me, myself, and I need to pull back, especially with what I do, so that I can get whatever messages are needed. My brain is not cloudy. There's no, you know what I mean? There's clarity coming through. And that's what they were telling me, right? It's crazy how I was getting all these messages to just like chill. And, things happen. So taking this moment to center ourselves and having this discernment and this clarity of, if this is what I want to do next in life, if this is my next plan, then I'm going to go for it. But you have to tap in with yourself and tap in with the Most High as well. So doing your meditations, your prayers, right? We talked about fasting, right? Intermittent fasting. This is that's why I said I'm going to be doing my intermittent fastings from social media. Water, right? Drinking a lot of water and not so much eating in the morning, maybe taking a little break fast, right? So I discussed this a while ago in regards to what we should be doing with fasting. Check back a couple of lives ago, maybe the beginning of this month, and I discussed about what we should be doing as far as doing fastings. And when you're doing your fastings, you are actually doing some meditations, you are doing some prayers, you are setting your intentions, you're getting the clarity that God is giving you to execute your plans. All right, whether it be in a relationship, whether it be in just yourself, right? Getting the plan that's designed for you. So it could look like, if it's about love and romance, then fine. If it's not, and this is just you, listen, I feel like a twin flame is sometimes just you mirroring yourself. Because what you see, what somebody outside of you could really be a reflection of you. And therefore, that's where the twin comes in, because I'm like, I'm masculine and feminine. I am what I want. You know what I mean? And it's not to sound cocky and not to sound like I don't need anybody else, because we do. But if you're looking for something inside someone else, it's all been inside of you all along. You just got to see it. And maybe this person is going to help you bring that out in you. So that it could look like somebody's acting up, like there could be so many other things that you see this person's behavior and patterns, and you're looking at them like, but that's just you mirroring. This person is mirroring who you are, or who your shadow side is, who you don't want to be, right? So that's why I'm like, we gotta take time for ourselves, because we want to be in relationships, and we want to have somebody around us and be with us and live life till its fullest with this person. But like Lauryn Hill said, how are you not right if you're not right within? And I know I'm messing the words up, but y'all understand what I'm trying to say. Like, you can't want something and you're not clean inside. You're not correcting your errors and your ways. You're looking for an escape plan. You're looking for that person to guide you and get you out of certain situations, and you're not working on yourself. You're not doing that inner healing and inner work, right? So you're looking for somebody to carry you away, being on this lustful, the lust and the carnal, on the lower chakras, the lower frequency, on the sexual energy only. You're looking for that. That's what's going to be a problem. And therefore, you need to get that clarity if that's not what you're looking for, because somebody could be presenting themselves to you in a sexual way where, we need that sexual healing, but at the same time, that's not all that you want. And if this person is just presenting that to you, you have to look at yourself and say, what am I projecting out? Maybe I'm projecting and be true with yourself and be true to this person. Like, look, this is not what I want. This is not what I'm signing up for here, right? So be clear, be true, and take some time for discernment. Take some time to be mindful. Sit with yourself, right? Because she's sitting here. She's sitting with herself and doing that work. It's not easy to sit there and tend to yourself. It's really not. Then we got Worthy right on the top of the deck. This is worth getting into that shadow work and coming out on the other side. Like, all right, I'm not going to say you're going to come out squeaky clean and unscathed, but you're going to come out on the other side with different clarity. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the wisdom. This is the last deck. Okay. And I shuffled before I came on, so we cut to the chase. All right, so what does the collective need to know for the wisdom? Woo. How many cards did you guys get? Well, you got 3 cards. We'll take them. We shall take them. It says go the distance. Look what I said. FL's in the building. Salute. Thank you. Oh, FL, I love you too, man. Love you, brother. So we got go the distance. Like I just said, this is what we've been talking about. All right. And we got regeneration. The bottom of the deck, it was in reverse. But this is that time. This is that regenerating. This is this healing that we got to go through to get through to the other side. It's not easy. We know this. But it's worthwhile. You're worth it. So the cards that came out for you are here and now. Some are in reverse, but I'm going to take them as they are. All right. The next one is serendipity. And the last card is between worlds. So a brother is showing up right now. All right. He's here. As much as I'm waiting for him to come up into this chat and tell me, big sis, I'm here, he's here. Our brother is here with us. And, it's hard to wrestle that, the physical, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to, all right, my grandmother, she passed away. She was 91. We knew this was going to happen. But it's still like, but for somebody young and it goes like that, it's hard to wrestle with. They're on the other side. It's hard to wrestle that. Just last night, I'm looking at my phone, looking at his messages. laughing and crying at the same time because the jokes that he's telling me, and then the information that he sends me, and just he's like, you're such a great teacher. And I'm just like, I'm a student at the end of the day. He's like, nah, I learned a lot from you, big sis. I'm like, what? So, like, again, it's a humbling experience when you don't know whose lives, like, he doesn't, like I tell him, you don't understand, you've affected me as well. And you don't know who you come across in your life. And so don't ever cut somebody because they look a certain kind of way. Don't prejudge them because you don't know the lesson that they have for you. We should be all, ready to be open to whatever, blessings. You know what I'm saying? That you won't know. They're here in the now. And they both came up in reverse. And that's how I know that he's here with me. Because for me, I'm taking it that it's not here no more. They showed up. This card showed up, and serendipity was right in the middle. So this is how the cards look. They were in reverse, and serendipity showed up upright. Oh my God, y'all don't know how hard this is. Because it's not expected. Like, not with you guys. Like, y'all are like a little piece of me. You know what I mean? And then on top of the behind the scenes and constantly talking, like, oh, whoa. It's really like, whew. 3 red robins in front of me. Wow, see? Serendipity. FL serendipity. Yeah, this is that because we went through some portals, right? We had this well, I want to say 9/11. I had said 9/11 before. So September 11, there might be something. Oh, there is something happening 9/11. I'm not sure what it is because I haven't really been doing too much research. But I think there's another alignment happening 9/11 besides it being 9/11. And that was a ritual. But we're not going to talk about that right now. But anyway, August 8th was the Lionsgate portal. Actually, July 28th through August 12th was the whole gearing and rearing up that energy. But to have the exact alignment it happened on August 8th. Right. And I had talked about this, I think, a week ago, that the alignment, the Ceres star system was going to be aligned with the sun and the Giza pyramids. And so this portal was bringing a lot of fantastic energy, but also a lot of underworld energy, if you will, that could go either way. And it is going either way. There's definitely this battle of good and evil. And people are like, I don't know, such guys are good and evil, blah, 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 whatever. Negative, positive, you take it how you want to. I'm not here to debate. But definitely there's this shift in the air. So when FL was saying that he was feeling emotional, we also had a full moon right the day of the ending of the 8/8 or the Lionsgate portal, rather. So can you imagine all this energy just reveling up? And some of us are just not that in tune. So some people just don't feel these effects. But if you're over here watching me, chances are you are feeling it, or you felt it, or you feel it. You're in tune, you're empathic, you're sensitive. You have some kind of little spidey senses, whether you really believe it or not. The fact that you're tapping in with me has to say something, that there is something supernatural with you, right? You could have a foresight. Oh my God. Okay. Because I just did a reading with him. Like, oh my God. saying the same thing. Like, you got some spidey senses with you. Anyway, this energy is high. We also have some planets that are in retrograde as well. Pluto, Neptune, Saturn. Mercury's about to bring her little funky behind into the picture in 2 weeks from now or something like that. And Mercury, we know it has to do with communication and things. So my Mercury retrograde was the Lionsgate, because I got hacked, arguments, traffic delays and stuff like that. I was like, this isn't Mercury retrograde. It was Lionsgate, and Lionsgate threw me off. So, okay. So the cards that came out for everybody in the collective, which really our good brother was showing up, is the here and now, serendipity, and between worlds. So the first card, here and now, is 32 breaking down to 5. That has to do with change. That has to do with conflicts. The number 5 has to do with change and conflicts, right? It kind of gets a bad rap, but depending on how you maneuver the 5 energy, it could be a good thing, right? Change, as much as we may not like it, is actually a good thing. Some of us enjoy change. I'm one that doesn't really. I like to be comfortable. And that could be a lot of that Taurus energy that I have in me. The fixed signs, the Aquarius, the Taurus, the Scorpio. What's the other fixed sign? But those signs, they don't like to really budge too much. They like to stay kind of put. It takes a lot for them to really make moves. But this card is challenging you to do that, right? It also kind of correlates with this desire, as far as the plans that you want, the plans that you're putting into motion with this discernment. All right. Some people could be moving from, different places. Again, like I said, change. Some people could be moving from house to house, or moving in from a small place into a larger place, or moving from a larger place into a smaller place here, right? There could be some fertility going on here as well. But this is, for me, I'm getting like a plan, like somebody's birthing an idea, or they're hatching a plan. You could be trying to think of a place to move. We got past and future here as well. Okay, yeah. Remember, I just said it. I said you weren't what you were 2 months ago, or maybe 6 months ago, or a year ago. I would say you are not. Your thought process is not the same as it is now. There's some changes that's been happening in your life, collective. There's been a shift going on. And some of us has really been holding on to that little rail, like, oh, I don't want to, pushing back. I don't want to. The more you push, the more it pushes back to you. And I had to learn this. I have to let certain things just flow, because the resistance is going to smack you in your face, and it's going to be harder to deal with than if you just let it flow. So the here and now card is asking to look back, reflect. Again, we're doing a lot of reflection of what we were, who we were 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago. All right, 5 months ago. I'm really getting months. I'm not getting so much years. I'm getting that somebody, some of us have made, there has been a lot of changes and shifts in our life within the past 5 months, 6 months, a year. All right. We have serendipity, which is the next card up, in 18 breaking down to 9. This is the only card that came up upright. I'm reading all of them upright, but this is the only one that came out truly upright. The other two were in reverse. So this is the number 9 here. All right. 9 has to do with cycles ending. So if it means a death, that's what I'm saying. We don't want to hear that, somebody's life who was young at age, that God is looking for them. God is looking for them. They need soldiers. God needs soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Most High needs soldiers right now. We're in a spiritual warfare. This brother is a soldier. Our brother that transition is a soldier. A soldier. And so it, because there's so much going on in the unseen that we can't see, there's this rapture happening. You know. And sometimes, you know, and no lie, I walk around here kind of like, because I got my son out there. You know, I got my kids, period. They got to travel this beast every day, battle this beast every day in New York City. And y'all here in New York City is always lit up with something. And it's like, geez, you know, like, can we get the lockdown again? Like, can we just hold on up and keep our kids inside? Like, I want to keep my babies inside. I mean, they're not babies, they're 2 adults and a teenager, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like, my heart, I'm always in this constant, perpetual, like, ooh, fear. And I don't want to be. And I still do walk around here like, you know, God got it. But at the end of the day, I'm just a human. As much supernaturals and superpowers I have, or whatever the case may be, I'm still a human at the end of the day. I bleed like everybody else does. I hurt like everybody else does. And so it's like, geez, you know, you want to protect them all. But this is what I'm saying. We have to have those soldiers on the other side, because they can move in light speed. They can be in places we'll never be in a matter of time. You could drive as fast as you want. Some people are there in the blink of an eye, protecting you from something that you can't see up ahead. The accidents, I don't care how skilled of a driver you are. Your guides, your angels, your guardians, they're light speeds ahead of you to detract you from the oncoming accident. The unseen, the in-between worlds. All right. So 9 has this beautiful, you know, some endings are not so beautiful, and some endings are, whew, I love it. Thank you. And with this serendipity here, that's what I'm saying. You don't know what blessings are coming towards you. So there's this cycle of things ending. There's this cycle of, yes, you may have to move from one location to another. It might be in your best benefit. This is probably where partnerships and stuff can happen. Or you're going into the business of being with some, you know, working together. Now you're not alone. You're working with somebody. This could be your soulmate, your boo thing, your whoever, but you're not doing it alone now. Now you have somebody you can work with them. That's the blessing in disguise. We don't want to cut our nose to spite our face. Oh, because that person looks a certain kind of way. You don't know what that person, who that person is, and what they have in store for you. All right. So that's serendipity here and now. Now let's go to in-between worlds. Number 3. This is that Trinity. This is also working together in the tarot card. The 3 is about working together. All right. I'm seeing 3 of Pentacles in the tarot deck, and that's about somebody who's been working alone, but now has others, or others are looking on like, maybe I can help and maybe I can work with them. Maybe not. Sometimes we could do the work by ourselves better than being with somebody in the group working with us, right? But some of us are really going to be getting, you know, our guardians are here. They tapped in through that portal, and they've been here. Like I said, some of us have gone through some different type of spiritual transformations and elevations within the past couple of months that they weren't like that 6 months ago, 5 months ago. They weren't having dreams of being in different planes, or even in the waking moment. My daughter was here we were watching TV, and she said, "Ma, I had deja vu." And I said, "Oh, you seen that part before? You seen this before?" She's like, "No, I had deja vu in my dream of this." Like, she was dreaming And then it happened in waking life. And I'm like, well, that's not deja vu. But what I'm saying is we can even have these type of weird matrix moments in a waking life. Doesn't necessarily have to be while you're sleeping. Some of us are really, but for me, this is when I'm most powerful, in my dream state. Or not most powerful. Well, yeah. I get most messages in my dream state, is what I should say. But for some of us, we can be in the waking state, and things, people, birds, uh, butterflies, okay? Maybe even seeing the 4-leaf clover, right? Having this stroke of luck. Just know that just means that your people who have transitioned on the other side are with you. We are in between dimensions. We are leaving that third and on the fourth and fifth dimension right now. So a lot of energy is being compressed. So while that's being compressed, we're seeing a lot of supernatural activities happen. You may think you saw something out of the corner of your eye. Yeah, that's them. Your mind's not playing tricks on you. You might hummingbirds. Who said they were seeing birds? I think it was FL. Hummingbird here. 11:55. There you go. Ah, my beauty queen. My beauty queen. Our brother showed up because the cards came out like this in reverse. Our brother showed up today. I can't even take it. And I don't even want to, that's what I'm saying. You wrestle with the denial of what? But it's that in-between world. And I'm like, he's here then. Like, but I'm waiting in the physical. I'm waiting for the physical to show up. And he did it anyway. He's like, I'm here. And I'm like, I'm here and now. I'm here and now. This is our brother showing up for us. And I'm telling you, I wasn't going to come on today, but I was wrestling. I was like, I got to come on for us. I got to come on for the people. But I'm really like in that state of disbelief, shock. Like literally wanted to send him something yesterday because of something I was watching. And I'm like, yo, who the hell do I talk to now? Because I have my friends, my family, but I'm like, that's my buddy. That's my homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, we kick it, and it's a platform it's a channel that we subscribe to. And it was two of our brothers, master teachers, that were on yesterday, and I was like ready to go hit send, and I'm like, he's not going to respond back. So it's a terrible feeling to be caught and trapped up in that in-between world. It's a terrible feeling because you're still in this denial of like, you're not here. You're here. You're not here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's right, Raz girl. That's that's what he would be saying too. And he's like, yo, I can't with you. I gotta send you some other stuff. And he's like, yo. But so some of us could be wrestling with that. If there has been somebody who's transitioned over, right? There could have been a loss because this was in reverse. These both were in reverse. So there could have been a loss here. All right. With the serendipity upright, it's that silver lining. It's that nudge and tap on the shoulder. I'm here. Like I said, my grandmother had transitioned. It will be 4 years in November, but her birthday was last week. And I would say pretty much not the whole month, but from my birthday on, butterflies kept coming around me. and like really like showing in front of my face to let me know I'm here. And I'm like, oh, I see you, Grandma. And with her, I've now kind of come to the acceptance. 4 years. But there's some moments in disbelief because she's another one. Like all my soldiers, my true ride or dies, I got one left. And I'm like, please, because my grandmother's another one. Like I can't talk to anybody else. And she's, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I'm feeling again. It's kind of like reliving now this trauma where it's like, damn, I'm like, damn, I have somebody I could talk to. Like I send my messages and we'll talk and bounce back with each other and just kick it and silly stuff because he's a funny guy. And I'm just like, oh, you're gonna make me be a recluse again. But some of us could be wrestling with that. There could have been some deaths in the family or friends. And it's this, you could be seeing them in dream state, or you can really be seeing them in your waking time, or just noticing certain things. Like I said, butterflies, birds, water. Some of us could be dreaming. Wow, crazy, because I did have a dream a couple of nights ago where I was wearing all white with a black shirt. It was just weird. But water, like I have a lot of dreams about water. So some of us could be having dreams about that too. That's purification. That's purifying the soul. That's purifying the spirit. All right. So some of us may need to see if we could do, some type of spiritual bath. All right. And get clean, get right with yourself, because there's this, weird atmosphere around us, spiritually speaking, besides the physical. So, I mean, truth be told, some of these people could be walking around here and they're possessed. Like I said, portals have been opening up within the past couple of years that have been really big. The eclipses are portals. We've been having these 8/8s, the 11/11s, and people do all these type of rituals around it for good and for bad. That they don't, the amount of things that are happening, it's like, no, they're opening up stuff here that, you can't not dispute that there's something else going on around here. People just are kind of like blank stares. They're just kind of like out of it. Now, I'm not talking about like being on drugs and stuff, because we could kind of tell people just are like, there's just weird energy. That's all I could say. It's just weird energy. I'm thinking them people got something to them. They got something attached to them. So we got to walk around here with our crystals on. I got a new shungite, and also a hematite. And the way it came, I didn't even pick this crystal out. I had I had ordered a spiritual bath with, you can put whatever you want in it into your spiritual bath, and the woman makes it up for you. And in that, she includes a crystal. And when I looked at it, I was like, at first it looks like a, an arrowhead, right? Or a shark's tooth. But then it looks like a little heart in a way. So I was just like, oh, this is really cute and special. But this is protecting that energy, that negative energy. Also good to have on you for the, the telephones, the EMF rays. All right, so this is a good crystal to have. It's called hematite, right? Shungite is another one. Black obsidian, tourmaline. You want to have those crystals around you, protecting you from the negative energies, the negative attacks, the psychic attacks. Black smoky quartz is one for that, keeping those type of psychic attacks away from you, especially if you're somebody who's very in tune, all right, with type of energy. And black obsidian keeps the EMF and negative rays away from you. So those are some good crystals. I also got a turquoise. Finally got a turquoise, and it's in the shape of a heart. So that's that heart chakra. Smoke those quartz. All right, that's that heart chakra. So we need to have that too, because we're battling some crazy stuff out here that it could really leave us being mean spirited and ugly and not wanting, cut off and shut off and not wanting to deal with nothing. But we have to have a heart, because love reigns supreme. Love reigns supreme. So when we're working in this heart chakra, in this love frequency, we can battle some shit. They don't like that. They don't like that we're on this heart, love and light. They don't like that. So they try to keep us away and push us towards the dark and do nefarious things, because they know that love is stronger. And when you have unconditional love, no one could break that. It doesn't matter. Unconditional love it doesn't matter. I mean, there may be a condition. If if this is your child and he went and, God forbid, murdered somebody, do you still love them unconditionally? That's a tough one. But at the end of the day, that's your child. I don't know. But for the most part, loving someone to your full capacity, basically, without too much of an expectation to it. It's just you giving what you can, giving your heart to, the heart chakra. Rainbow quartz. Ooh, I got to get that one too, Lotus. Rainbow quartz. For peace and, carnelian. I can never say those right. Those crystals, those words are so funky. The names of some of these crystals, I don't know what the hell. Right, Pamela? Yeah, we know hundreds of people, but to make the true connection, you know what I mean? And I don't, I can't say that I know my brother completely, you know what I mean? Like on the insides and the outsides. But the energy that we share with each other is it's true, it's genuine. There's never been any kind of underlining, like it's really like he looks up to me as like I said, a teacher, a big sister, where it's this, I'm learning from you, and and I know some stuff, but I'm hearing from him. I'm like, yo, I'm right with you. And he's like, nah, he's like, you're in varsity. And I'm like, well, you're like what, a sophomore then? If I'm in varsity and that's 11th, 12th grade, you're right behind me. So just cut it out. Stop it. Like, don't diminish what you know because you think I know. It's like, you may know more stuff than I do. Right. And then it's this teaching. And then that's what I'm saying. Like, he would send me to places, and through YouTube and be like, check this one out. Listen to this. And then he's like, yo, I seen you on da 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 da. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, wow. So we were always on the same page in the thought process, and so it was just basically an even exchange of energy. It wasn't one-sided. And it was like this brother and sister in arms kind of relationship. And it's not, like I said, it's not a physical blood brother. And like I said, when the time is right for us to disclose and give, his name and stuff, then so be it. But like I said, I'm respecting his family. I'm respecting, I'm sure he has some of his people that have checked in on my page as well. So, again, my condolences to those people as well, because, like my sister said, my blood sister, she was like, oh no, because I had posted up something on my social media. And she was like, oh no, she was like, then I really feel sorry, because she knows who I'm talking about. And she's like, oh my gosh, and she was like, well, for him to tap in with you, he's got to be a good soul. And I'm like, yeah, like, I don't know, I don't know any of y'all like that, but I have a special connection with some of y'all that are really deeper than just this. And it, it hurts my heart to know that one of us, are gone in the physical. So, grief. Yeah, Pamela, in-person interaction goes who pass. Yeah. 10 years, 5 years, 2 months, grief it doesn't, there's no time stamp on when you end grieving. There's just cycles of, especially when birthdays come up and, or their death anniversary, those hit more home. You know what I mean? Or when you're coming up to a birthday, not a birthday, if you subscribe to holidays and stuff like that, and you would always see, this person or people, it really, the pain truly never goes away. It just lightens up a little bit. But being comforted now and knowing that, he was here with us, it's like, all right, because I was like, I'm not in the right headspace. And, you got to do it. You got to keep pushing through the changes that happens in our lives. Even if we don't want to do it, we're like, we got to make this happen. You know what I mean? Like, just keep pushing through. And then look, he blessed us. So it's like, all right, I'm glad I did. So let me just read a few more comments and then I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go. I need to get some breakfast. Oh, Lotus, really? Is that Lotus, is he the one that we contact too sometimes? Because I think your dad comes through sometimes too. Oh, yeah, August 11th. I haven't even, that number is tattooed. Like, I love, her initials are on me. Like, this woman, I sleep, eat, breathe my grandmother. So between me and my uncle, her child, because she has 3 children, they were really worried about like how I was going to be. And everybody was just like coming, swarming, like, trying to like grab me, like make sure, the good thing about my grandmother is that she prepared me 2 years in advance and let me know in her own way that she was passing. Not that I mean, she was ill, but there wasn't anything of like there wasn't any cancer that took her out. She just died of old age. And so she, she's a soldier. I'm a soldier. So it's like, when the general's giving you orders, she's a soldier, but she's a general. And she gave me all her papers and said, listen, X, Y, and Z, this is how I want things done. Whoopty, whoopty, whoop. And I'm like, now my mother, her daughter was like, no, I don't want to talk about all that stuff. That's too morbid. So I'm like, we got to be faced with the reality though. You know what I mean? Like nobody wants to talk about that stuff, but so she prepared me and, she got sicker and then I had to come in and then help and take care of her and do the best that I could. And then she went. I had already wept for her before, but then, like the second day of the wake, and then it like started and I was going through my own family, within my own household, some issues. So I was dealing with a lot, like just stress on top of like grief. So, you go through a lot and, as long as you have a support team with you, it makes the person who transitioned over, it makes it a little easier. I could never imagine somebody who's by themselves and has to deal with a death of their loved one, and there's no support for them. Like, I think that's why people go so quick next to each other, because, there's either they really love that person or they're just like, I don't what to do. I don't have anybody here for me. So, it's, yeah. August 11th. That is my grandmama, my old Erk's birthday. Come to find out, my whole government name and my married name together equals out to 811. So I was like, oh, that makes okay. I'm just reading some of your comments really quickly. My beauty queen came in. And then it's like, yeah, we love big, but the love is not the same when it's in return. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. I'll still continue doing it. I'll still continue loving the way I love, but I don't expect. That's what I'm saying. Like that whole twin flame thing. I'm like, I could love myself the way I want to be loved. Like, yes, you would want to have, a relationship or be married and stuff like that. But it's like when you love yourself whole, because some of us only love a little bit of ourselves. And we don't understand that when we love ourselves completely, we become that twin. We merge and we become that twin that is out there, or we think that's out there, and we think that that other person is out there for us. You become that, and you become whole, and that's unstoppable. No, nobody can mess with that. Okay, so Lotus gave us rainbow quartz and carnelian. I know I'm messing that up. For peace, because Pamela wanted to know what crystals are good for peace. So for the audience out there listening later on, rainbow quartz, if you're interested, and I'll spell it carnelian, Neian, or Nel. Okay, so love hard and love hard and hurt hard. Yep, that's always hate it. I hate it there. You wear your rainbow quartz. Yeah, it gives you a good feeling. Yeah, that's why I always have my smoky quartz on, because that's how it's also a root. It's also good for your root chakra. Smoky quartz. Energy everywhere. Yeah, man. It is. Look at Pamela. She's like, ooh, when it's two-sided, it's magical. I know. Mm-hmm. We are family over everything. Yeah, reincarnation. Yeah, I definitely. Oh, my brother Maybach is here. Thank you, Maybach. Y'all gotta check in with me, please. Salute, because now I'm a mother hen. I'm a Cancer sun sign, so that motherly. That's what's really triggering me too. Because, like I said, he's like, you my big sis, and I'm triggered. My son is like, Mom, why do I have to tell you that I'm there, I'm here? I'm like, because I need to know. I don't care if you're 24 years old. Just let me know you're all right. It's not because I want to check in. I'm your warden. Just let me know that you're okay. That's it. You don't got to have a whole conversation with me. Mom, you're all right. I'm okay. I'm here. Ooh, that's it. When I don't hear that's what I'm saying with my brother. I didn't hear from him for a couple of days, and I was just like, this is really not not like him at all. And the worst wasn't starting to sit, and I was like, maybe he just needs a break. Maybe he's moving and going through some stuff. That's what I was like thinking. Then I was like, nah. This is really, there's something else going on. And you don't want to think about the inevitable, but I was just like, too much time has passed by, and I was just like, man. And sure enough. So Maybach, you come in and you check in. You hear me? But I speak to Maybach behind the scenes too. So I know he's good. He's another one. So that's another brother. That's what I'm saying. My brothers, man. I love y'all men. You know this. I love the women, but you know what? Women are a little more resilient. Men are sensitive. Even though there's this masculinity, they're sensitive, and they don't know how to really channel their sensitivity because they've been told to not be a sissy, not be a wuss, suck it up, don't shed no tears. And they're fragile in that sense. And so with us women, we're resilient. That's why, we can handle certain things that they could never understand. And I'm not talking about childbirth. That's without a question. I'm just talking about certain things like this, like handling a death or moving, changing situations, or children coming in, a birth coming in, and not knowing how to handle, having to deal with children. There's so much stuff that we know how to be resilient for. And some of the men, they may channel it into anger or aggression, or they shut down, right? So it's like, and then it's like, you guys, the black male is the endangered species. And so therefore my heart is there, top notch. Our melanated Hispanic and our brothers are we're all one. When you think that, when we're talking about Hispanics, we're talking about the Puerto Ricans, right? Cubans, and some of them don't even want to identify with their Taino selves, the Arawaks, which is really melanated, but whatever. So my heart is always there, because women, we're tough. We're tough as nails. We're strong. We may not be physically strong in some parts, but we can handle some things that for some men they'll fold. If it's if their relationship, my grandfather, this is what his problem was. His mother passed away, and he just couldn't deal with it. He literally drank himself to death. So some can't handle that. Okay, Lotus. Yeah. Oh wow. So see, we're so connected. We are so connected. So everybody's giving Maybach. Yeah, man, Maybach, get your butt in here, man. August 18th is your grandmother's birthday. Aw, that's coming up this week, right? I love Leos. Where the hell is Big Cat at? Big Cat is a mess. I saw his comment. He had commented when I first posted this up, so I know he's all right. Hey, y'all, please don't scare me. My grandmother passed away November 4th, Scorpio season. So Scorpio season, I'm gonna be a little too, because she passed away right in Scorpio, like right in the beginning of Scorpio season. I was like, that's the underworld. So yeah, man. Yeah, so May, not May, 11/4/2018, she passed away. So, nope, never forget. I think she passed. We can't get the time. I think it's on her death certificate, but I feel in my heart of hearts that she passed away like 3-something in the morning. But when the doctors came to see her, she already was like going into cardiac arrest, and that was like 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Like I can like visually see how that was all playing out. I can't really prove it, but yeah, they usually leave us during those wee hours. The witching hours is what they call it. 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, midnight. So yeah. Copper necklace. Maybach says, where can you get a copper necklace? I will send you the brother's name. His name is Divine Creations. He's in Jersey, and he can mail it to you. I'll send you his information from Maybach, and that's where I got my ring. He made this ring for me. It's copper, and it's got smoky quartz on top of it. So he made that for me. So I'll send you the information. Let me write that down before I forget. So Maybach. Or actually, I'll put it in the chat. But if I forget, I'll put it in the chat now. Do I have Instagram? I think I have Instagram. So if anybody's interested, this guy does crystals, not charms, bracelets, necklaces in quartz, silver, and gold. So in copper, or you can get your stones put in with silver or with gold. He charges a little bit more for the gold. So if anybody's interested, hold on. Where is Brother Divine? Now when I'm looking for him, I won't find him. Hold on. Okay, his name is, so in Instagram, if anybody has Instagram, they can go to Divine Creations. I'm going to put it in the chat. And this is for anybody who's interested in getting any crystals made. He usually does jewelry. So if you want a band, an arm, a bracelet like this with the with the gemstones in it, he makes that for you. Necklaces, rings. Okay, I got this down in Harlem. And or earrings as well. Good guy. Good quality craftsmanship. He shows you how he makes his work right there on his Instagram, so you don't have to be like, I don't know about this. No, you can go through his pages and he shows you how he does his work. Okay. Divine Cosmic Creation. Divine Cosmic. Does he have a C there too? C. Creation 13 on IG. I'll just put for crystal jewelry. You guys can look at his stuff. Okay, so let's see if that goes through. Same with your son. What do you mean, Pamela? That your son is Well, I didn't understand that. Yeah, Raz girl. Yeah, Foxy Moon Spiritual Alchemist FL. I'll put that in the chat. _ Spiritual Alchemist. So if you want to hit me up on IG on their spiritual. Yeah, so if you are interested in now, I have no affiliations with these people that I send referrals to. You guys, it's just we're spreading love the Brooklyn way, you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not from Brooklyn, but it doesn't hurt to help keep it in the family, you know what I'm saying? Keep it in the community, as they would say. Yeah, Amazon has some stuff on there too. You know, did I get anything from Amazon? No, I got, well, I think my little sister had bought me a set of crystals, but for me, I usually buy them in the metaphysical shop, places that sell crystals. But even if you get them off of Amazon or you get them from another site, make sure that you bless them. Like, even though I knew that this crystal was coming from a metaphysical shop, and it was put into something that was already like, you know, my spiritual bath, I still cleansed it with the Palo Santo. Anytime anybody gets any kind of jewelry, whether it's copper, gold, Palo Santo or sage. You want to sage these things because you don't know. Listen, if you go to a jewelry store and you get the necklace or bracelet or whatever the case may be, other people's energies has touched this, right? So you put it on, now you got that energy. So you want to make sure to clean off any type of jewelry that you get, even if you do get it from a metaphysical shop, because that energy sits there. They're not necessarily cleaning individually the crystals, right? Some could be cleaning out their stores with the sage, but individually. So you want to, whenever you purchase a new item, listen, I've gotten to the point, and I'm not crazy when it comes to like these whole little viruses and stuff, but I have to go get me some Lysol. And every time Amazon or somebody comes, I'm spraying the box out. I'm like, I don't want no nasty cooties. But you want to definitely sage down any crystals, especially because you're going to be wearing these all the time. You want to get that cleanse that other energy that's off, and then incorporate your energy on top of it. Okay. So you okay, Maybach? He said, yes, ma'am. Listen, we lost one of our comrades. Listen now, please. Yeah, or an online dealer, or or an online dealer that makes the jewelry you want to look into. So this brother here that I gave you y'all his information, his name is Brother Divine. Divine Creations is his is his page on Instagram. Divine Cosmic Creations 13. All right. For anybody in this outside of the states, I mean, you could just look at his Instagram and ask. I don't know if he delivers or if he mails out outside of the states, but he's, in the United States here. So, FL, right? I gotta be politically correct. The wombs are good manifestors. Yeah. Yeah, we need, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need each other. Oh, really? Oh, Rasker? Okay, cool. Yeah, man, he's got beautiful jewelry, beautiful stuff. Let me know where he is. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, Pamela. Yeah, like these kids, like my oldest doesn't live with me, but she still, like, we talk to each other, even if it's like sending stupid little things back and forth on IG with each other, right? But my boy is like caught up in his little world, and I get it. He's 24, but he still lives with me. So, and like I said, he's the boy. So it's not like I don't, and I worry about my little one because she's 15 and she's got to travel back and forth. I worry for all of them. And both of us are, and when I say both of us, I mean men and women. Women are physically the weaker, physically. Now, if she's like a big gal, she might be able to throw some people down. I myself am not. And men, emotionally, you know what I mean? So we need each other. We need that to merge. We need this. You see how these two are? Look at it. And why is he looking like Martin Luther King? Look at this man here. Isn't he looking like Martin Luther King? But we need that connection. And even if it's not on a sexual energy, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm kind of lost because I wanted to send my brother some information. I wanted him to come on to this platform last night and watch this with me. Like, yo, Black Magic is on, yo. Like, listen, our master teachers are on. Let's watch this. And I couldn't even send it to him. You know what I'm saying? So that there's no desire, but the desire to want to reach out to him, I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really having a hard time. I know our sister here is having a hard time as well, and I can only slightly imagine what the family's going through. But I mean, this is just a little tip from me. I couldn't even imagine somebody, every day. And I feel it because that's what I'm saying. Like every day, like morning, sun up to sundown, we're sending messages. Or we're letting each other know that such and such is coming on. We're gonna watch this. We're gonna, you know what I mean? Like just like a friend, man. That's my friend, and I lost my friend. Um, no, what? Somebody was in the trash compactor. Mm-mm. Brooklyn is crazy too. I gotta look at that. Some of that stuff. That's why I said I'm on social media, then I'm off of it because this is my brain is. Yeah, good. Lotus. Yeah, pray over it, sage it up. Yeah, because you never know who's touching it. Yep, Pamela Jewelry Energy. Yeah, my mom had this necklace that she had wore. It was the crucifix, not a cross, because it had Jesus on it and everything, or their Jesus rather. And it kept. The last time she came up here was like 2017, and she's in Florida now. But this is like before my grandmother and stuff like that. And no matter of fact, it was the year that my grandmother was getting sick. So anyway, the cross kept. My mom kept saying that the cross kept falling off on her, and I'm like, Mom, that's an omen. That's a sign to take that cross off. And you're no longer with this man. You don't need to. Why are you wearing it? And she's like, oh, religious reasons or whatever. And I'm like, Mom, if it keeps popping off, that means that there's something on it, and you don't need to wear it anymore. So she came up to visit me and my grandmother, and the chain popped again. So she's like, all right, I'm gonna go take it to the pawn shop. I'm like, yeah, man, let's go. And she got some good money for that. She didn't think she was gonna get that amount of money. I was like, see, that's why you needed to have it all. Now we can go have lunch, and we can go hang out with grandma. Crazy. So yeah, jewelry, they hold these you don't know who's handling them, right? You don't know if they have good intentions, bad intentions. Somebody could just be handling them in the shop, giving it to another person. So all that transferring energy back and forth, you just don't know, who is what. But if it's in your possession, you want to make sure to cleanse that energy out. Same thing with going into a home. If you're getting a new apartment or you're buying a new home, you want to clear out that energy. Even if it's a new home, a newly constructed home, you want to just clear that energy out, because there's people that were walking back and forth, fixing everything. Listen, everything is energy. And so you want to christen your home with that good vibrations, if you will. So yeah, man. Is he 23? Oh, Pamela, what's his birthday? My son is he's a Taurus, May 15th. Stubborn. Damn it. Yeah. What's Brad's girl laughing about? You bless everything and everyone that comes in your home. Ooh, Lotus. They'll look at me like, please don't touch me. I did a reading for my son and his girlfriend. I had pulled out all the stops, the sage and all that stuff. And I was like, I hope they don't look at me like I'm cuckoo. But you gotta cleanse the energy. I don't cleanse anybody that comes in, but I definitely cleanse them when they leave. Like I cleanse my house when they leave. I'm like, it's almost like putting Lysol. Like I gotta put the sage up. Okay, so Raz girl. Okay, so you mentioned, all right, because I was like, and then I wanted to wait, and I'm glad that you did come on here because, yeah, Pink is in the building. I didn't see you, Pink Sugar. Yeah, Raz, that's exactly how I feel, and it's almost like okay. Phoenix is in the building. Wow. Okay, I'm coming in. I have scrolled all the way up. Oh, he's a Scorpio. I like that number, 1112. I like that number. Rosnetta is in the building. Salute. Wow. Look at Brother Pinero. The check-in on the UK. And salute to my brother Pinero. Good to see you. We was chopping it up on Monday. Monday I went onto his panel. Because I hadn't been on anybody's platform. I was just kind of in the cut. But I was there with Brother Pinero. We were talking about everything. The energies. We sure enough were. That was a great live. Yeah. And we were on it for like 4 hours. Now their time is so it was like wee hours in the morning in the UK, and it was like 11 o'clock for me at night on the eastern seaboard in the United States. And people were like on his panel, like yawning, and it was like, I think me and you could have kept going on, but had to stop. Brother BR was there, Brother Shifa. Oh my God, it was like a happy reunion. I was like, so that made me feel a little better. Yeah, man, it's good to have you brothers here. So yeah, it's a 5-hour day. Right. Yeah, it was, but it was late. I think Panera sent me a link that had to have been about like 8-9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I didn't realize that it was like the wee hours in the morning for them, and I'm just like, all live and ready to go. Like let's we were talking about everything, and I come in and give the perspective. Yeah, Raz Girl, that would have been great too, because we went on the first time over there. So okay, because Raz, I didn't know if I should say anything. And I'm glad that you came on so that I didn't have to not know, and I'm glad that you had mentioned him in the chat. So we covered a lot of topics. Yeah. And that's what's great about Brother Pinero. So those who are listening and interested, Brother Pinero's Mind has his channel on YouTube. So you subscribe to that. Pinero, put your information down in the chat for me, please. And Shifa's back. And that's why I was like, yo, because that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what I'm saying. Brothers, please, especially my brothers, not even just for I know Maybach sends me a whole bunch of stuff. So me and Maybach talk. But Panera, please, because I'm gonna disclose, because I didn't know. I thank goodness Raz is here. So our brother Rich Mo is no longer here with us. So okay, thank you, Raz Girl. Shifa's good. I was thinking, haven't heard from Shifa in a minute, because Shifa had invited me onto his panel as well. This was like last month or so. No, this was like 2 months ago. They were talking about like aliens and stuff. And then Shifa left me stranded to be out there with other people talking. I'm like, where the hell's Shifa at? Our good brother, Rich Mo. So I got the message 5 days ago. No, excuse me. I got the message Sunday from my beauty queen, Raz Girl. And she had sent me the message 5 days prior to that. And I hadn't gone on to my Foxy Moon. So don't get at me if I don't come on Foxy Moon Instagram often. I haven't been diligent there, and I need to be. But I swear I really just hate social media sometimes. I'm such a hermit that I will block out social media for a while. And really, the like between my daughter and Rich, and Rich is every day. That's what I'm saying. Like when I was telling y'all earlier, I wanted to send him messages. So again, we don't know the full details, but our brother was just 39 years old, and he had a family, had a young son, and the last time I spoke to him was July 24th. And, we always start off the morning with, he's always like, good morning, big sis. And I'll be like, good morning, brother Rich. Or it's always like, those are our salutations. And then we go into the bullshit. We go into the dumb shit. And, last night I was going over his messages. Because it's really like, what the fuck? What the flying fuck? Like, no, and I really was like, nah, maybe he needed, I felt like he was moving. Like, honestly, like I felt like something else, but then I was like, maybe he's moving. And he had to be off social media for a while, but he's never like that. He will still text you like, yo, good morning. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let him rock out. And like I had texted him, and then I like took it off because I was like, well, maybe he's busy and he'll reach out. And a couple of days pass. Then Raz girl hits me and she's like, you heard from Brother Rich? And I'm like, no, I was thinking to ask you that. We let it go. And then I started thinking, maybe he's in the hospital. And then I'm like, maybe it's even worse than that. Chris is in the building. Salute. There you go, Phoenix. There you go. And that still didn't even dawn on me. And I had like a weird dream after the whole, like, I think before I spoke to Raz, or I heard her message, and she was, inconsolable. Like, just, she left the message just in tears, beside herself, in grief, disbelief, because that's her, like, those two are freaking frack. I'm kind of coming in on the third party scene, but I'm inclusive because he's like, that's my big sister. Like, he's like, you're a teacher. And I'm like, nah, Rich, like, we in this together. And he's like, nah, man, you know some stuff. Like, he's even put some of his people onto my stuff. And they're like, yo, she's good. And I'm like, yo, Rich, like, damn, like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Another one, like a yellow Jesus that's like, yo, I see you. And then he shows up now in this reading. I'm shaking my hand. I was scared. I didn't know if I could. And I was like, wait. And then Rasgo came through. And I'm like, all right. And then you said, and I'm like, all right, I feel good. All right, I'm going to talk about this because this is our brother. Right, Pamela? A gentleman. And for the ladies, like, he's going to back. He said, I remember in the beginning, I was telling my son this, like, way when I first started. Rich was like, him and Big Cat. That's why I was like, those are my brothers. And Maybach, those are my brothers. But I'm talking about the hitters. So Rich was like, yo, anybody, I got it for them, for you. I got that. And I was like, Rich, chill. Same thing with Big Cat. Big Cat, relax. Relax. They like, oh, fuck, Rich. God damn, man. Yo, so the last time he sent me a message, July 24th at 11:16. Good morning, big sis. I had sent him the Star report. Star was on Instagram, and he's talking about his car and how he's not riding alone. He's got, his things on the side. And so I sent it to him, and he's like Moses on his side, and he has the happy, laughy face and the smiley face. And then that was it. It went radio silence after that. And that's not normal because even throughout the day, even when he's at work, there's something silly he's saying or sending me. And that was it. It went radio silent. And I'm never gonna take this. I'm never like I got stuff. I went all the way back to the very beginning to see what. Right. I'll never take that off. Ever. Like I'm shaking. Because I'm like, I'm waiting for him to come through, and it was a couple of days, and I'm like, all right, it's still not like him, but all right, maybe, he's moving. He's like, I don't know what I was thinking. Right. So yeah, that's our brother. That is our brother. That's why I was like, Pamela, you would know if you were to get to know, I was like, you would know who I'm talking about. Because he's been on 183rd. Salute to Chris. Keep being a blessing and a light. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For Lotus as well. Yes, yes, yes. Always. She is our beacon. But Beniro's like, I'll let it run if you want to stay on. Yeah, don't let me stay on the show. I'll say some other stuff. Yeah, let's shift the note, man, that we've been thinking about him. That's right. Long live Rich Mo. Fuck. What? Like, that's surreal, but damn it. Long live him. Like, and you know what? Like I said, I didn't want to come on because I'm not in my headspace, but I need y'all. Like, we need this. This is what he wants anyway. Like, he showed us anyway. I'm here. Spooky good. Spooky good. That's what he says. Spooky good. Foxy, you're spooky good. And he was shook to get a reading. And he got a reading like last month. And he was so shook because he was like, I'm scared. And I'm like, nah, it's all right. It's all right. I never pushed him. And then last month, he's like, I'm like, fuck, was that like omens? Like, all this is playing in my head. Every conversation is playing in my head. And he's like, go ahead, let's go for it. And I was like, what? I was like, oh shit, Rich, you want a reading? I was like, oh Scorpio. That's a Scorpio right there. Jesus. Yeah, man. Pink, you heard too last week? Shit. Like, what? The fuck? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to curse like this, but that's my brother right there. Like, y'all know how I feel about my brother. And that big cat. My other brother. Yeah, so we kind of in a little mourning. I didn't put my candle up yet because I was like, well, I don't know if it's time to put the candle up for him. But I will. When it's ready, when I'm led to. Because now what I was told is that you're not supposed to be lighting candles for them right away. And I was like, oh. And it's crazy because I didn't do that with my grandmother either. And I didn't know that. I read somewhere too. Because the candle is their light source. It's the beacon. And they have to transition. They have to go through their little stations. So if you light up a candle, that keeps them here. It's nothing. You have to let them transfer over, and then you could put your candle up, and that's when they come back to see you. But they got to go through their transitions first. So you shouldn't put up a candle for them right away. But part of it is denial for me. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. He's gonna text back and he's gonna be like, nah, I'm okay. I just had some things to do. So again, I'm still kind of in that disbelief, denial, trying to accept it, but not wanting to accept it, still waiting. So I can only imagine how Raz Girl feels. I mean, I can only just imagine because you guys were tight. He had a son, and right, I know about his 8-year-old, right? So he had two children. Rich always stood out. Yeah, he's a soldier, and that's what it is. Like his energy is just like comes through, and he's mad funny. Like we would just we would crack jokes that he had me on the floor. Like it's in the middle of the night. He's like just saying stuff, and I'm like trying not to laugh because my husband's here, and he's like, "Who are you always talking to?" I'm like, "I'm talking to my peoples," but he wasn't, like, because he knew like there's certain people that I would talk to and tell him who they are, like Pink, Raz, Rich, Maybach. So my family knows, like Lotus, like they know the people that I talk to, that I talk a lot about, because y'all are my peoples. And but Rich and I just got like real tight, and it's just man. So yeah, because he told me he was getting the firecrackers. He's like, yeah, I'm going. He's like, I'm getting firecrackers now for my son. We're gonna light them up for the 4th of July. And I'm like, Rich, I'm like, be easy because I need you here with all your fingers. Don't go blowing off your fingers now. So he's cracking up. He's like, nah, I'm good, Foxy, I'm good. And I'm just like, oh, crazy. Oh, your mom. Oh, wow, Phoenix. Oh, I'm sorry. Moms, grandmas, like that mother is like, ooh. Wow. So she's confirming your gift, as I've been telling you all along. Another little witchy. Yeah, we're all, spiritual. Lady Fresh is in the building. Salute to our brother Rich Mo. That's not even right. Like we shouldn't even be writing that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying that's a bad thing, y'all. I'm not saying. I'm just like, that's fucking unreal. You know what I mean? That's unreal. Oh, thank you, Brother Panero. Big heart. I try. That rose quartz, man. We gotta have the rose quartz. You know what I'm saying? Keep that love, man. Because I tell you, it's a hard, cold world out here. But with you guys, you keep that love and you keep that light going. Because they want to rip that apart from us. No, Pink is like, I'm listening. Okay, that's cool. That's what Rich would be like. Yo, I can't talk too much. I'm at work, and I'm like, say no more. Like, I got you. That's what I'm saying. Like, the line of communication is just like, it's what you do with your family members. And that's how I look at him. This is my brother. Like, he would text me like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't come through, da 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 da. But this is what I'm doing. Do. Again, I don't know Rich Mo like that. But I took him on. We took each other on as this brother and sister in spirit. So, I mean, it's wild. Yeah, it does, but you have to give them. So Pink had asked or had mentioned that the help. She's like, I thought that the light helps them find their way across. It does, but however, that's drawing them back to you as well. So then they can't really transition right, and this is why we get the trapped spirits, and that would make sense why back in the days, like, they would light the candles up, when their person had passed. But then you hear all these like ghost stories of hauntings and all this stuff and trapped spirits and things. And I think that's probably why, because the candles are lit, so they're confused, like, oh, so I'm supposed to be here, but I'm supposed to go over there. And I think it's like a week or so after they pass, you can light the candles up. Like unconsciously, I did that already with my grandmother. So, but and that was even crazy. So I was like, I'm not putting up. Now I'm putting her up on the altar, like fucking death, man. Like, I mean, it has to happen. It's a process. It's a part of life. But damn it. Yes, the 5 stages of grief. Shock is one of them. Yeah, I'm still kind of like in those 2 stages of shock, disbelief. I haven't gotten to the acceptance part because I'm still like, I'm waiting for the messages. I'm waiting to hear back. Not knowing that he just showed up for us anyway. So spooky good. Spooky good. Just reading your messages. I don't want to miss anybody. Right? Raz Girl still waiting. Come on. You miss them. Yeah, you miss them every day. Oy. And I've just had like death back to back to back. Like 6 months, there's been somebody, grandmother, stepmother, uncle, my god sister's father, and then 6 months later was her daughter. All from, and my stepfather, 2017 on down. I'm just like, that's not natural. Like, you hear somebody pass in the family and it'd be like a couple of like years later and then somebody else has passed. Or sometimes there usually is back to back. I've never had that. So I've been in perpetual grief. So when y'all see me, I'm still like processing, but each one of these people that have passed has only been like 3 to 4 years that they've left. And now my brother here. And I'm just like, ugh. Perpetual grief. And that's why I need to take hiatuses sometimes, because I gotta get I check out. I gotta check out because it's too much. Yeah, sending love, light to everybody. You guys, man. Thanks, Pamela. Word, Kid Murray. Exactly, Pamela. Right, even in the chat, yeah. There's some genuine connections. This is how Pink, Lotus, Raz, they're the genuine connections behind the scenes. But even on here, like even in this chat, I still feel a connection. So again, I don't want to take anything away from that, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, you definitely can feel some genuine connections. And then there's the ones that like he's just above and beyond that connection, like on some real, that is my brother. Like on some, I know if he was around here, like if anything happened, he'd definitely be on some, I got this, got you. You know what I mean? So those people are like the rarities that definitely you meet somebody on social media and then they just, there's this genuine, there's nothing, no animosity, there's no hidden agendas, there's no trying to scam you, you know what I mean? Because people come in, there's disguises that we put on, and so somebody can come off being genuine, and all along they hoodwinking you because they really a Jekyll and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. But Yeah, that you have to, Pink. That's the only way, especially somebody like yourself, like Lotus, um, Phoenix. When you're that in tune, and then you're dealing with a lot of other people and the social media and all that elements, you got to check out for a while, and you're not missing anything because stuff's still going on. But in order to get yourself right, you got to pull back a little bit so you can regenerate and then come back and be like, all right, that's the only way that you can do it, and take some time off. And that's what I thought, like, what was going on with Rich. I was like, oh, okay, so like he's moving. Then I was like, no, maybe he really needs some time to break away. And I'm like, then that's not him to break away from social media, as long as I've been in connection with him. And I'm like, nah, no. And because of this weird dream that I had, and I was like I was wearing an all white business suit with a black shirt, and I was going to be interviewed at an old job of mine. And this man, me and this old man, he happens to be a black guy. He was an older man, and we started to, I don't know why I was talking to him about inheritance, like maybe because I'm always talking about that. But so, I'm talking about, like where my bloodline is and da 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 da, roots and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, like on the side of his neck, he gets like this little cut, and he starts bleeding profusely all over. And I'm just like, I was like, yo, you got blood all over my white interview outfit. So I go into the store to get some tissues for him and put it on him. And so now I have to take my jacket off because there's all this blood on this white jacket. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, he's like apologizing. And then he's like, well, do you want to come upstairs to my house? And I'm like, no. It's like, I got to go to this interview right now. I can't, I didn't know this man either, but we were having such a good conversation. And then he started to bleed. I don't know how he started to bleed. It was like a little pin needle, and it just out of his neck, and he's just bleeding like crazy. So I take the jacket off. I tell him, good luck. Put the damn tissue on your neck. And now I look down at my pants, and I see these black blood stains. Not black. They're like dried up blood. So it looks like reddish, brownish on my pants. And I'm like, I can't go to this interview looking like this. But I was like, fuck it, I gotta go, because I needed a job. And I get to the interview, whatever. Other stuff happens along the line that I'm not gonna really go into. It's just, it's irrelevant. But so when I got up from the dream, I said, let me go look on my Foxy Moon Instagram account, because like I said, I don't really go on that one as often. And that's Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, I think. That's when I checked in, and I saw Raz Girl's message for me. And that was, I don't know if it was a telling sign or whatever, but I was just like, after that, because I'm always on my other platform and other Instagram, and I was like, let me go over here. So white, black is duality. It's about, life, death. So it's just wild. Like, yeah. Yeah, the energy is around. Like, that's what I'm saying. That is around us. It's around us. Yeah, like he's, and then he's in the chat and he's cool. Like, he doesn't bother, he's chill. Rich Mo is chill. Like, he just gets in there. He's like, he's in the bushes. He'd be in the bushes. And I'm saying, like, this past year, maybe 5 months, it's been like just more intense, just more connection, talking to each other again, like just being supportive, being humble to me. Like, I'm learning from you. Like, you're a master teacher. And I'm just like, Not hardly, not hardly, but to view me that way and to regard me and have this respect and just be cool and still, just, you know, I'm a loss of words. I really am. I just, it's shocking. And that's what I'm saying. Even how Pamela was like, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't talk to him like that other than in the chat, but he's still like respectful and humble and just cool gentleman. Big old teddy bear is what he was at the end of the day. Like, I don't want to get a reading. I don't know about a reading. And then I give him the reading. He's like, ooh, spooky good. I'm like, see? Spooky good. 111. Exactly, Pamela. Pamela says the best friends are those relationships of mutual respect and sharing knowledge. And then then you'll develop this love for each other and that friendship, you know what I mean? Where it's like, all right, and there wasn't too much, like he and I didn't have as a connective connection the way him and Raz do. But because I'm like big sister, and so there's the conversations are somewhere else as opposed to what they talk about. And that's how that's why I'm so like, y'all check in with me, because I'm the big sister. You know what I mean? I'm that mother. Like, I'm worried. I worry about you guys. But Maybach, he does. He hits he every day Maybach. So I don't have to worry too much. He says he's been seeing numbers 111, 222, 333, 1111, and 1212. Those are angel numbers, my friend. Angel numbers. Let me see, where's my book at. Look, it's 112 right now on the time, Maybach. It's 112. Angel number 111. All right, out of this book. Okay, it says you are one with all. Hold on, let me turn this up. It says you are one with all that is. Know that all you are doing and giving is for the world and all the beings in it. So that's 111. 1111. Where's that? 1111. So, okay, triple numbers. Your thoughts and intentions are magnified at this time. Focus on what you love, not what you fear. That's if you see the 111, like on the clock. And then 1111 is you are one with God, angels, and ascended masters. Align your thoughts with the highest goodness and truth in order to bring love into the world. Yeah, because that's what the twin flame energy is we're supposed to be giving back to the world. That's why we can't lose sight of having this love chakra. As much as they want to taint us and dim our shine, you still keep shining. Ant Dog's in the building. Salute. My brother Ant Dog is here. Ant Dog, I don't know if you heard the devastating and sad news, but our brother Rich Mo is no longer with us in the physical. I don't know if you remember. I'm sure you remember Rich Mo. This is a dedication for him today. And I have put it in my description. So 222 and 212. Okay, so 222, your gifts are creating opportunities for you to expand. Be open to opportunities that will enable you to fulfill your purpose. Ooh, pink. Yeah, Ant Dog. I not sure when we lost him, but it was sometime in the end of July, because the last message I got from him was July 24th. So and I hadn't been on Yeah, because I'm doing it every 2 weeks right now because I wasn't doing it every week. But yeah, man. What was the other number? 222 pink and 444. So he transitioned on at the age of 39. He leaves behind his wife, his 2 children, a little girl who's 10 and an 8-year-old son. And my heart is like the son. Yeah. Again, y'all, please forgive me if I'm being sexist, but I love the men folk. I love the men folk because while they're strong, they're vulnerable. Yeah. So we lost our brother, but he's here. He's here in the spirit world. He's our soldier on the other side, going to help protect and serve us. So 444, you are surrounded by 100,000 angels. Miracles are happening before your eyes. So if you see 444, Pink was saying she saw it, you are surrounded. That's what I said. That one with the numbers is true. What are other numbers? And 222. Jesus, was it the 24th at night, Raz? Because we spoke to him in the morning. So it was that day. And I was just like, that was like 11 something. I told y'all 11:16 in the morning. That was the last text I got. And it was, good morning, big sis. And it happened that day. Mm-mm-mm. I love him, man. I love him. I love him so. What other numbers do we see here? 1212, you said, right? Maybe said he saw 1212. Okay, so 1212 is you have the power to bring healing and light to the world. Notice how your intentions and actions are already doing just that. So Maybach, you probably have I don't know, there might be some Aquarius in you, but whatever. But you see how you give me information and you spread the knowledge and stuff. So that's kind of like your thing. That's what you should be doing, is that spreading the knowledge to others, keeping the light, if you will, going, but not for so much for yourself, but for others. So it's like what you learn, you pass on. And that's what you do to me. And that's what I do to others. You know what I mean? And this is why Rich was like, yeah, and yesterday, we like to watch another brother, Rich, on Black Magic 363. And he had on Professor Griff from Public Enemy and Black Dot. And in that split second, I wanted to share it with Brother Rich Mo, even though I knew already that he's not here. And I was just like, because those are our master teeth. Like that's us. And I said, Rich, you would love this segment. I said, I was like, Rich, you would love this segment. So I'm still talking to him. What other numbers are common that we see? Because these numbers, right, as I said to you once before, that our loved ones don't talk to us the way we talk right now, right, through this type of communication with our mouth. Right, Pink. Antalk, hit me up. Oh no, because Antalk wasn't here. I was like, I'm not doing the personal reading. I closed down my shop for the personal readings for right now. Just probably until the end of the month, because school and stuff, scheduling wise with my daughter. But I'm gonna come back again at the end of the month to do all signs. And then if you can, I will do a reading then. We'll do all signs. I wasn't prepared to do any readings today other than just getting a little bit out today. Like I said, I wrestled with doing it today and doing, coming on live, and the selfish me was like, don't keep staying in your bed. But you know what today is, right? So I'm dealing with the dark hermit, and it was like, no, you got to get out there. The little angel on the white in the white robe was like, no, but you got to get out there to the people. You got to serve the people. And I was just like, all right. Because I had all intentions. I set this up on Sunday. I was like, yep, we're gonna do it. And then the day of, I'm just like, oh, I can't. I don't even feel right. I don't want to celebrate. He's not here. Like, I'm waiting for him to be like, blessings, Foxy Moon, across the chat. And I was like, all right, I'll just do oracles. I'm not going to do any readings because, my mind is not completely there. And I don't want to project my grief into a reading and then it's clouded by me feeling so sad and you wanting to hear your message. So to be fair, I was like, I'm not going to do any mini readings today, but I will, if I have enough time, next Wednesday, the 30th, 31st is when I'm going to do all signs for Virgo season. And if that, because that's usually about a 2-hour read, a 1 to 2 hour read. And if you want to have a reading, then I'll do that then. But right now I'm like, and I did Richard reading too. Like, I'm telling you, like July, like in all honesty, I almost am like, damn, did we talk this shit up? Because he was sending me stuff about what's going on out there, and I'm sending him stuff what's going on here. We're both like, be careful, you know what I mean? And the shit was just around us. It was around us. Like, it's around us heavy. And I would just be like, be easy, be good. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, I got this. Yeah, I'm good, sis. I'm just like, yeah. So we did a reading last month on live. So then I had texted him. I was like, "Are you okay? Was that all right?" Because he kept saying, like, for a long time, he was like, I'm scared. I don't want a reading. I'm scared. Then he's like, how's my frequency? Is my energy all right? And I'm like, I don't know. You all right? You good? And I was like, you just need to calm down, because that Scorpio, he was like getting all riled up at times. I'm like, look, what you need to do is relax. And this is what we're going to do, because we're water signs and you're emotional and I'm emotional. You need to relax. And then I told him that I got yelled at on somebody else's platform. He was like, Foxy, you was set tripping out there. I was like, yeah. I was like, yo, he's like, did they put you on a NGIGGG timeout? I was like, they sure did. He's like, yo, you got to do what you got to do. You got to say what you got to say. I was like, yo, what? She's the 30th? That's 3. That's at 3. The 30th is the Tuesday. Okay. So if you can come back, Raz girl, cool. I know you're gonna be celebrating, but blessings to all 7 years old. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is what I'm saying. Like, we're growing up, like our family, like we're entwined, man. Wow. Because I remember, like, in my head, I'm still like, she's still a little bit, like she's 3. Like, in my head, I still got her like a little girl. Aw. Ay. Yeah, he was being a real big chicken. I was like, listen. Thank you, Maybach. That's right. Move militant when in these streets. Like I said, Pac said, I see death around the corner. It's like, and you don't want to walk around like that. Pink says these are the moments when sometimes I feel you want to share something. Yeah, right. Exactly, Pink. Yeah. That's exactly what happened yesterday. I just had a moment and I was just like, send share. I'm like, and he's not gonna see it. He's not gonna be able to read it. But he showed up. He showed up today, unbeknownst to us, because like I said, we got the here and now, and the between worlds. It came up in reverse with the serendipity for the wisdom. And I read it up right because, but I got you. I got him. You can't do this to us, Rich. No. You can't do that to us. Don't do that to me, man. So, please. Oh my God. With his spooky good. Like, you didn't believe it. Now you're gonna believe it. Fuck. I'm not ready for that. Listen, I'm still trying to deal with my grandmother doing that stuff to me. And I'll be like, I forgot where I was. Oh, I think it was for like her birthday, because we did like a little cake. My oldest bought a cake, strawberry cake for my grandmother, and she came over after work, and we lit the candle up. We put the little candle in the cake for her, and I put the cake on her altar, and had her picture there, and I'm again trying not to cry. Being strong, because my kids, they know, like, with me and grandma is like this kind of, we got to catch her if she, I'm like, so I played one of her favorite songs was Unforgettable by Nat King Cole. And so I played a little bit of that, and that's when I started Waterworks. And so we all blew out the candle together, me and my two daughters. And, we sang happy birthday and then blew out the candle for her. And then he's like, all right, cut the cake. Let's go sit down and go eat. And like after that, I kept feeling like this tingle in my head. And I was like, okay, Grandma. And I told y'all the last time that I was on, I had bought some flowers for her to put, onto my altar. And I'm in the grocery store. I think Pamela was telling me that they like to play those little tricks and jokes and stuff. And I felt somebody like pull on my purse. And I looked down to see if it was a kid, because it was like that length, that height. And I'm like, there's no kids around. But it was no sooner I had picked up the flowers and I put them in the shopping cart, I felt this yank. So I was like, you like those, Grandma? Okay. So then this happens. I'm like, look, Rich, I'm not ready for you. I am not ready for. I'm just getting used to my grandmother. Not ready for you. Like, I'm still waiting for you to send me a message. Shit. Yeah, man. So, Dog, if you can, don't forget, come back in a couple of weeks and I'll do that. Whoever's interested in having mini readings, then I hope that my mind state will be a little bit better. It should. I got to get my act together. And I know he that's how he is. He would want us to be like, anyway, keep on the show, keep going. So, but we miss our homie. We miss our dog. So, let's see. Just reading over your comments. Oh, Brother Jay Savage is here. Brother Jay Savage. Salute. With the mean face. So I get the little golden thing. Can you see, you Raspberry, you see how Jay's trying to do this? He's the little angels, the little good and the little devil angel on the side of the show. Yeah, August people, especially the Leos in August. I love you guys. My grandmother was a Leo. Pain in the ass. So, Scorpio season, I'm going to be a little, because that's Brother Rich Mo's birthday. He's a Scorpio. So we got to do another little dedication for him too on that time. Hopefully, I think his birthday is the end of the month. So he is spooky good. think his birthday is October 30th. And that's like All Hallows Eve or Halloween. He's spooky good. Oh, Maybach, your baby, your son is birthday. Look at all these birthdays coming through. Okay. Oh, all these birthdays coming in. Like fish. Rise girl. All these babies' birthdays, man. I love it. I love it. That's what we got to do it for the babies. The ant dog, I got the deer. Oh, thank you. Yeah, man. I'll definitely put a note in my book that you are first on the list of getting your personal readings. Yeah, man. Jay Savage says this is his real pick. I'm exposed. You're a little white nerd. Oh my goodness, I can't. Thank you for the laugh. We needed that. Rich Mo would definitely be in here cracking up with us. And then he cracks me up because he has these little emojis in here where he's like, yeah, with the tears, like how Raz Girl has it. Oh my goodness, I can't with you guys. So this is our little community. I know those who may be checking in later might be like, what? I said, y'all know, you guys know I talk about, listen, y'all, that's how my little sister was like, she was like, that brother Rich? And I said, yeah, that brother Rich. I'm like, he's not here with us no more. She was like, wow. She was like, I really feel sorry for you because I see you talk about him a lot. I'm like, yeah, that's my peoples. That's my peoples. This is our peoples. Yeah, Jay. Like, no, not rich. Like, no. No. I think that Tuesday or that Wednesday I was going to be on live. And that's why I was like, okay, well, so let me give him a day or so. I wasn't going to stress him out or, but I did text him and then I took it back because I was like, well, maybe he's doing something. Like maybe he's into something right now that, And I said, okay, well, I'm going to be on live. I didn't see him in the chat. And I'm like, I didn't press him throughout the day because I was like, nah, I really felt like he was like moving. But Phoenix made it more so clear to me, moving, transitioning. So I was like, yeah, for some reason, I was like, maybe he's moving. I didn't think the worst, not right away. I really thought like he, has some family stuff that he's taking care of, that he's moving, because I knew he was talking about the kids. And I was just like, all right. Well, he'll definitely hit me up, when he has a moment. And days went by and then another live. Days went by again. And then I had that dream like I just told y'all. And then I checked in and then Raz gave me the message. I was like, because then I started like, okay, well, maybe he's in the hospital. And I'm like, maybe something is worse. Wow, Raz Girl. I told you she's tapped in. She's definitely tapped in, and you got to work with her with that. Ooh. Oh, and she's 7. Wow, so she's really in tune. And that's that innocence age. So we gotta be mindful with them and keep her protected. Keep some clear quartzes around her, under her bed, under her pillow, because I have that with my daughter. This is my son. Yeah, so I have she walks around with her quartzes. I gave her black obsidian, so she keeps it in her pocket when she's outside traveling. I keep all those crystals around her so that there's that protection, because we need to have that protection, especially if they're in tune that way. We need to have that protection around us. Um, I think I had mentioned that with Phoenix and with Pink too, like to because when you're that tapped in, you really need to anything that we're that light, so they want to come gravitate towards the light. So you got to protect them, especially at that age. Keep her very well protected with some crystals, quartz, clear quartz, um, black obsidian. Yeah. Oh, poor baby. Yeah, Lotus. She said they make their presence known when they need you to know. Yeah, because it's like they want to let you know that they're around, but I think they also just basically want you to know that it's okay and that they're around to be there for you, because they see us before we see, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like there's people there. Our brother's been called back because he's a soldier, and he's been brought to be the soldier on the other side, because we got a lot of stuff going on. And though I don't want to, I don't want to feel that way, you know what I mean? Because he is so young. Uh, and that's why it's like, okay, you can expect a 90-year-old or 91-year-old. You know that their time is ticking, but not a 39-year-old, a 24-year-old. No, you're not expecting that. A 12-year-old, you're not expecting that. What does God need with these babies? But that's what it is. Yeah, put it in her backpack. Yep. hmm Yes, and black tourmaline. Yep, yep, yep. Selenite. Yeah, and then yeah, just do the protection. Like she needs to be aware because she's a little witchy. She's like us, so um, help her to embrace it. And yeah, because I did a reading and she showed up in the reading, so you definitely need to help get her started early, so she already knows how to do her little thing. Because my daughter, that's when she started getting more into it, when she was like about 7. And I just started talking to her about it, and now she's telling me stuff, and I'm like, well, how do you know this? But these kids, man, they are too inclined. Yeah, doing the protection prayers. So guys, we're at the 2:30 mark. She's a little witchy. My daughter is. I told my daughter, I said she has she's like Pink. They got little fairies around them. Specifically like wood nymphs, like the little, not so much fairies, but a nymph is a fairy too. I told my daughter, I said, you got the pixies or something like that. No, that was Miss Sharon. But I told my daughter she's got like those little fairies around her. Those are like her little guardians. So she's in the fairy family. She could have been a fairy. I don't know. Maybach. Exactly, brother. Exactly. Shut up, Jay. That's why I had to change it up real quick. Fairies. Here he goes. Here he goes. I really tried to change it up real quick because I knew that was coming. Yeah, Maybach. Things about to get real spooky. Food shortages, blackouts. Yeah, it's already happening. When I was on Brother Panero's Surviving Minds what was it, Monday I went on with him. That was the first time like I've been on since I had did my own thing, because I was like, I'm not going on anybody's panel. But we have been in this recession. It all started when we had the pandemic. They just don't want to scare us and let us know that, it's here, but it's been here. Some of us are just too busy caught up in the the party and the bullshit, that you're not really seeing that there's stuff going down the pipeline that you gotta protect yourself. Get your provisions. Mm-hmm. You know. Yeah, here's Jay Savage. I know. Wood nymphs. Nymph. Yeah. It's well, we see this out happening in the States right now with the water. Shoot, Las Vegas was flooded out, right? The UK over there where Brother Panera's at, they had heat that they've never seen before in their life. Right, the pandemic. Yeah, that's what I said. The pandemic. So, this is the telltale sign. So winter, you guys want to stock up. Listen, as much as I want to eat healthy and do all that good living and stuff like that, again, I am not far from getting a can or two, some frozen. But if your power goes out, what are you going to do? I'm not going to sit here and bash nobody's eating lifestyle and stuff like that. Brother Rich, oh my God. He sends me a picture of him eating not him eating but he had like a burrito, a beef burrito. Pause. Shh. Because he's coming. Pause. So he's like, sis, don't judge me because he's eating, the burrito. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm not the dietitian here. I give you my words of encouragement of what to eat and stuff like that. I said, but listen, you just heard me say I wanted the Twinkies and I was eating Twinkies. I'm not going to judge you. It's in moderation. But we know that we need to be eating cleaner and healthier. Do we fall from grace? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, we just humans. And so if any kind of something goes on with society and we can't, Jesus, I had to really back that up. Because I'm waiting for him to be in here with some kind of emoji right now to like Foxy just messing it up. Yeah, well, yeah. The beef burrito. And then he puts under the captions, don't judge me. And I'm just like, I don't care. Like, I'm not going to sit there and not talk to you because you're eating that shit. That's you. I'm still going to eat my, take my sea moss and eat my vegetables and stuff. But, if there's a power shortage, what do? Can you still eat like that? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. But when the power goes out and you can't cook your food, how do you eat fresh then? If there's vegetables and fruits that are, drying up because the crops, they're not getting enough water, right, to the crops, California, Florida. What do you eat? What do you eat? That can of tuna fish is going to start looking real good. I'm just saying. You have nothing to... Okay, so if you have a house, you can get a generator, right? So you could probably cook some stuff. But I'm talking about for the people that may be living in buildings and apartments that the power goes out. It'll be out for a while. What do? That's when the survival mode kicks in. You don't have any produce and greenery you're growing. You're not growing a little garden. You live in the PJs. You live in the problem. That's who I'm talking to right now. because that's where I'm at. That's where I'm more like thinking at that level. I don't have a home where I got a garden growing in the back and, you know, I can just pick from there. No, I'm talking about the people that don't have that. And what are we going to do? The power's out. We got no generator. You can't cook anything on the stove. Looks like you might be eating that Chef Boyardee's. But you might have to out of the can. Or make yourself some tuna fish. The bread is not going to go bad. That's what I'm saying. Like, up in loyalties in the building. Salute. Buy canned goods, dry fruits, flashlights, extra batteries. Right. The dried fruits. That's what you can eat. The rehydrated mangoes and bananas and stuff like that. He loved his burritos and ribs. Yes. Them damn ribs. I'm like, yo, I'm not judging you, Brother Rich. He'd be like, yeah, but this is what I'm doing. I'm like, go for it. I am not eating that crap. I haven't eaten red meat since 2015, 2016. I eat it now, or pork. I don't eat that. But I still eat chicken, and I still eat fish and shellfish. I don't eat it every day. But, you know, that's what we were talking on Brother Panero's channel. You know, eating and doing the fasting, and you don't have to eat 5 hours, 5 times a day. You know, you have your water intake. You have your fruits and stuff like that. I'm telling you, if you take the sea moss capsules or if you put it into your shake, it really suppresses your appetite. For anybody that's looking to lose weight, I'm not. I need some. But anybody looking to lose weight, it helps suppress your appetite, curbs it. And you can go pretty much the whole day without really eating anything big because it sustains you. And once we start changing our mind frame, you don't really, if you ever come into a natural disaster, your body's now being conditioned to know how to not worry about, if I don't have this today, if I don't eat this today, I'm not, we need water more than we need food in our life. We can go, I don't know how many days without food. Water, we can't go. Not maybe one day without water. So, we need to have this mindset of being realistic as opposed to what we're seeing on social media and people living a certain kind of lifestyle. I'm like, yeah, they some people could do that. Some people are very fortunate enough. I, on the other hand, am not. And I'm coming from a different perspective of things. I'm on that realistic. I'm still in the trenches in New York City, in the Bronx at that. So I'm thinking like, what do we do? What do we do? Stock up on the cans, on the dried fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. And water, get your bottles of water, because they're talking about there was polio found in the New York City tap water. But the mayor was just showing a commercial about, it's okay, drink your water. I don't go nowhere without it. And then, 3 days later, 4 days later, there's this big high alert of polio outbreak inside New York City tap water. The fear campaign is here. But we got to be smarter than the average bear. So get your bottles of water, you know what I'm saying? And be smart about it. Your batteries, your backup. Make sure that you got your little go-to bag or grab and go bag. I have a couple of them. They're not all completed because I gotta still pack like my daughter's things, some of her stuff. But yeah, man, plan ahead. Yes, that's what I'm about to be. Maybach, a breatharian. No lie, because I swear I don't even really eat like that. Like, And then this past week, this just the past couple of days since I got the news of our brother, transitioning, I didn't eat. My stomach was so sick and knots that I felt like I wanted to throw up anything that I was going to eat. So I had like made soup, and I've been eating very light because I can't. I'm distraught. I really can't eat. That's how much, Rich Mo has impacted. Like that's my homie. And yeah, the monkey thing. First, you drowned us with that, and we were at high alert. I think they put us at a natural. What do they do that? Emergency or something like that when they tell the state of emergency with the monkey thing. And then not even a month later, you're telling us that polio is found in the water. Okay. All right. Exactly, though. To stay ready so you don't have to be ready. Mm-hmm. Brass girl, like what? Like really? What? Yeah, you cancel everything. Exactly, love and loyalty. That's exactly what I was just like on shutdown mode. But I ate a little bit. Wait, did I eat yesterday? Look, that's what I'm saying. I don't. No, I did. I had a sandwich yesterday early in the afternoon, and that was it. And I was just drinking water the rest of the day. Like I can't, because even for a second, like okay, so I'm like watching something and my mind will drift, and then I'm right back on, to our brother. Like I really like. So I like have to like keep thinking of something else to do and distract myself, but I'm not eating, like literally, and I don't feel like I need to eat. Like the only time is like if my stomach's like really rumbling, I'm like, oh, okay, I really do need to eat. But once you start training your mind, now I've been like this prior to, this whole grief and stuff, but maybe, yeah, I was like that before. Like even my grandmother, she was like, please feed this girl. I'm like, Grandma, I'm all right. But that's because I changed my diet. I wasn't eating pork anymore. I wasn't eating beef anymore. I wasn't drinking cow juice anymore. So it changes. Uh, the cow juice causes inflammation in your body. This is what Dr. Sabi was telling us. And because of that, that's where a lot of our ailments come from, is this mucus buildup. So when you start clearing out that mucus, all that inflammation that you had like in your joints, in your body, and throughout your body starts to dissipate, leaves your body. So you're no longer having sore, and I suffer from that. And I don't sometimes, unless it's weather related, I don't get achy joints and stuff like that. But I also don't drink cow milk anymore. I drink almond, sometimes oat, but mainly almond milk. That's all I drink. And I don't have that big inflammation problem anymore. So yeah, we need to get hip to that. And when you start changing, yeah, you'll lose some weight. You're supposed to, because we're not supposed to be big to begin with, unless genetically you can't help it. But even our animals, the biggest animals, they eat nuts and berries, fruits and berries. They're not eating unless it's a lion, right? But we're not meant to be eating all that type of meat, and it takes so long to digest in our body. Now we're throwing back a burger. Wednesday we had meatloaf. Friday we're gonna have a burger. Sunday we're having roast pork. Big Sunday dinner. You're not letting your body digest that properly. So all that stuff is sitting in your stomach. This is why you have this big bloated belly. because your food is not being digested properly. You're not pooping out it. We were talking on Brother Panero's platform on Monday. Water. If you can turn around and look in the toilet and you see your water the color of that yellow that's in this in the chat, you got a problem. You need to keep drinking a lot of water. You want to look in the toilet and see your pee the same consistency of the toilet water. Clear, not cloudy. If you're seeing your urine very dark yellow, you're dehydrated. If you can smell it, you're dehydrated. There can also be disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional, but these are some things that we need to be aware of. If you can, it looks like it's going to rain. If you can smell your urine really strong, that means you need to be drinking more water. All right. You got to flush out your kidneys. Stop it. What? You know, maybe I believe he does have his wings, because these are one of those people that it's like, you know, you go through some things in life, and you're though he was wrestling with some stuff, he still was like, I'm moving forward, I'm pressing forward. And yeah, I believe so too. I believe our brother got his wings. That's a soldier. That's all I gotta say. That's a soldier. He's like, oh, I forgot to tell you too. He's like, I like Pac, and he was like, here, my brother put me on to Pac. So he sends me the song "Blasphemy," and I was like, Rich, what you know about blasphemy? I was like, you're not ready to hear that. He was like, yo, sis, I'm on it. And I'm like, wow. I was like, you just taking me up another notch. Like, just when I'm thinking Rich is like this, he comes out with another stuff. And then he's, oh man, oh my God. Raspberry, I gotta send you some other stuff that he said. I was like, yo, it's too funny. But yeah, man, he's definitely got his wings for sure. Yeah, you need more water. Like bottom line. So breatharian, like Maybach was saying, is that you're basically just breathing in air. That's how you're living. And really that's all we need to be doing. But some people can't conceive that. But you know, just that breathing in that air. And yeah, y'all be like, oh, the chemtrails, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we know all this. But you don't need to be eating constantly. You're depressing your body with filling it up constantly with zero nutrients to it. Right? All right. And so here's the ticker. If you're eating like 2 slices of cheese pizza, for those 2 pieces, you need to be drinking like 4 of those water bottles. That's how you drown out all that salt. That's how you get all that stuff out of your body. You flush it out. So that's what we need to be doing, because I'm telling y'all, some of us are walking around here very unhealthy and not realizing it. And it's all the simplest stuff as far as just drinking water and, you know, trying to be flexible. It helps you move clearly, move better. You know, there's flexibility there. Maybe I says that I'm trying to train my body to run on water more than food. Right. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much what my body is like on water time. Because when you realize that you don't need anything else to really eat, and you eat smaller portions, like if I eat, it's smaller portions now. Even like I don't even go back for seconds of, even if it's okra and tomatoes and rice, because that's one of my favorites. I just don't. I'm telling you, that sea moss keeps you full. That's really what it was. I had gotten my refill last 2 weeks ago, And I could feel the difference because I wasn't on it for like a week had passed, and I was just kind of like, oh, tired, restless, and stuff. And now I'm like, good night's sleep. I'm not worried about wanting to eat so much. So, we got to train our minds differently, and it's a hard thing, especially when we get older. The old folks don't want to hear about that stuff. Like my dad keeps making fun of me. Oh, I can't live with you because all you'll be feeding me is turkey burgers and tofu. I'm like, Dad, I don't even eat tofu. I'm like, that's disgusting. But I'm like, the pork chops that you're eating now are not the same pork chops that your great grandparents or your grandparents were eating. It's not the same. You're not getting it off the land. So it's not the same thing, man. Oh my goodness, raspberry. So I make this okra dish with the tomatoes and onions and chickpeas. Season it with bay leaf and cumin. Sometimes I'll put a little turmeric in there, salt, pepper, some sea salt or some Himalayan salt. Put it in there with some jasmine rice. I bought some brown rice and the greens rice. I like it. But ain't nothing like me and Pamela were talking about, there ain't nothing like no white rice. Ooh, yummy. So yeah, I eat that. And that's, retrain your brain is difficult. I know. Ooh, it's really, especially, and then don't let them be like a Caribbean, because my dad's like old school Puerto Rican. Don't let it be that. He's like, you don't want no penne, you don't want no pork chops. And I'm like, Dad, no, I'm good. He's like, you don't want that grease and that fat dripping? I'm like, no, Dad, but it sounds good. Like I'm licking that in my head. I'm licking the grease and the stuff. It's not healthy. It's not really healthy. And it's small steps, guys. Small steps. We can't, all right, we're going to throw everything out in the kitchen and put all this new organic and blah, blah, blah in there. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Because you're going to be like a person who's on withdrawal from drugs. The food's got dopamine in it. So we're hooked to the, fast food. We're hooked to this processed type of food that we're getting. And you can't just throw everything out in your kitchen, your cabinets, and then the refrigerator. That you just can't do that. You're going to go into withdrawal. You're going to go into shock. And you're going to go then binge because now you don't have this stuff. Swap out a little bit at a time. Take the white bread out and put the wheat bread in. See how that goes for a week. Then you can then put rye bread in, right? Take the table salt out, put some Himalayan salt in or some sea salt in. These are small little steps. Work your way from the milk, go into the 2%, get organic, get the half and half, go into the 1, and then until eventually you can wean yourself out completely, and then you can go into drinking oat milk, which is like the consistency of a cow juice, right? Excuse me. You want to work your way in smaller doses because if you go all gusto, you're going to go into a shock, and your body's not gonna. You're gonna be throwing up. You're gonna be like, "What the hell?" You're gonna be like Pookie, right, shaking back and forth. I gotta get me some pork chops right now. I gotta get me some ribs. Slow steps, right? Some penne with the garlic in there and the sofrito. Ooh, I can't do it. A whole lot of Goya. Don't judge me. Aw. Nah, man. Listen, I still use some of the Goya, the Sasson. But I only use it like shit. Maybe like twice a month. I don't listen. Then that's the other thing. I don't really cook. I try to eat like fruits. You got that stuff right there. You could just eat it. Like I really am like. I don't like food. Like I'll eat it because I have to, but I'm not a foodie person. I'm kind of like a snack person, but I'll eat the food, but I'm not. I like little snacks and stuff. I'm not a whole big meal type person. You're welcome. Raz girl. Yeah, we gotta do that. Cause listen, hey man, this things we gotta fight. We gotta fight off other things, and then our bodies are so your body is not in shape, your mental's not in shape, and then you're dealing with this other element out there. That's a recipe for disaster. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not listen, I will never judge. Especially not us here. Because we're in this together. Like, we're trying to figure it out. Now the celebrities, I'm definitely judging. I'm side-eyeing them. Because I don't believe that. But for us, hey, we're regular people at the end of the day, and so that's what you're doing. Just be mindful. Where's that card at? Use your discernment. Use your discernment on what it is that you're gonna, put into your head. You really start psyching yourself out, like there's worms in this, and then you won't eat it. And that's what I had to mentally mind F myself, because otherwise I'd be still buying pork chops. Then I'm like, nah, they tapeworms and all that stuff. Maybach sends me stuff. I'm like, that's gross. I'm not eating. It's just like, I'm not eating. If it's not something clear that I can see through and stuff, or I'm not cooking, I'm not. So I don't really go out to restaurants. Can't afford it. Fast food. The fast food that I only get is usually the Chinese food, but I'm getting like broccoli and rice and brown sauce, or clear lobster sauce with no meat, no nothing, and rice. Shit that I can make, but I'm being lazy. Fish, I'll eat fish once in a while as well. I like fried fish and salmon. But I think I saw something in the salmon I was cooking a couple of weeks ago, and I was just like, I don't know if my eyes could have been deceiving me, but when I was cleaning it, I was like, all right. So, I'm just getting paranoid. That's really what it is. I'm paranoid. Like, I'm scared to eat certain shit. And so water has become my best friend. I put limes in my water. You could put cucumbers in your water, pineapples in your water. Ladies, we need to be eating a lot of pineapples. Clear up that yoni area. You know what I'm saying? Because the pH balance, I was talking about this on Brother Panero's panel as well. Ladies, get that yoni right. The pH, we need to have our pH balance correct. Now, here's the kicker. If your mate is not, and you are, when y'all intertwine with each other, you may get the little funkadunk because they're not eating the way you're eating. So it's a problem. And I've cut myself off. So I was like, no. You still want to eat the ribs. I'm not eating that. I'm eating pineapples and stuff. So yeah, it's hard if you're doing it and your partner's not. They still kind of like in that world. The best you could do, I give everybody their sea moss in the morning, and what you do with your life is your business. But ain't gonna come up all of this goddess, and this is all cleared out. I'm saying pH balance. We're not supposed to eat pork, right? Because that's unclean, right? It tells us in our Bible, if you read that and subscribe to that. But certain cultures still eat lamb and the cow and all that stuff, and I'm just like, listen, I ain't messing with none of that. I am a humanitarian in that respect. My heart hurts when I see that happen to them, but that's how they gotta live. They're eating the chicken. I'm like, don't kill no animals. That's how I am. I've always been like that. Like I wanted to be Dr. Doolittle and have all these pets, and I have kind of almost all the pets. But I'm like, don't hurt them. But I understand that's you got to eat. But beans and rice is just as filling with some vegetables. Why do you need to kill these animals, and then you see their little eyes and they just look sad. And I'm just like, that's how I feel, man. That's how we got to start looking at them. I think you will do reverse psychology. Some of us will be like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Some of us don't care. Like, that sure was a good steak. But for the ones who have a heart, you'll be like, oh, man. You see the little cow eyes and he's just looking around. It's just like, oh, man. I don't like that. Look at Jay. Ooh, does it now? Coconut lowers blood pressure. Okay, gotta look into that. Here goes Jay. Um, what's your recipe, Raz Girl? Give us a recipe for the fish. What fish do you use? What fish do you eat? Not the tilapia. Tilapia is no good. No good. They hold a lot of stuff. I think they're like the gutter of the fish. Salmon's got protein in it. What else? Cod. Ooh, some codfish. Ooh. Ackee and codfish. Saltfish. The Caribbeans know what I'm talking about. Bacalao. Puerto Ricans know that. I love me some bacalao. That salted fish, the cod that they got salted up, and get that and crumble it, soak it. Ooh. Put some tomatoes and onions and green peppers, red peppers. Some people put potatoes in there. Some put eggs. You could do a wet with the sauce, or you could do a dry salad with the cod. Oh, thank goodness my kids like that. I think I will be making that. Yes, bacalao, man. Ooh. It stinks. It stinks when you're cooking it up. It really smells fishy, but it's so good. It's so yummy. Tilapia was man-made bread, right? Yeah, that's what I think, Jay. That's why it's not so great. Yeah, it's like a hybrid. I think Maybach might know. Maybach's good with all that information, like that weird stuff. Maybach's our mad scientist. That's what Maybach is, because he's into all that stuff. It is uh man-made, right? Yeah. Skinning the fish. Look at oh man. Oh man, guys. You guys are making me laugh and I'm happy. I think that's what Rich would be here anyway with this. Red snapper is good too. I like red snapper. I just don't like the bones. That's the problem. That's why I don't really eat fish too much, because it's stupid bones. I'm like, but snapper is good. It's meaty. And and you eat that. I eat shrimp once in a while. But I'm really just becoming not a fan of food. Like I really once, listening to what's going on, I'm just like, ugh, gross. Like, just don't want to eat none of that crap. But and if you make it, you know what I mean? So you're putting your intentions when you're cooking. So your food, when they say like this food is made from love, it's because you're putting in your soul into your food. So you're giving back to yourself. So it tastes good, right? And we need to stay clear of eating out. I know we can't sometimes. Some of us have children and we're working and we're on the go and we gotta maybe get fast food or what have you. Um, do it sparingly is all I can say. I can't say, stop doing all that, because I was one of those moms too. And, I would grab fast food every now and then, get McDonald's every once in a while. But, try to keep snacks with you if you're traveling with the kids, and put like, little Ziploc baggies of some fruits and, snacks in there for them, so that you can keep them, keep them sustained until you can get to home and cook dinner and stuff, because it's rough. I understand. The working parent, I know. Thank you, Maybach. Yeah. Alligator. Oof. Look at this rat girl. She said she like alligator. I never had alligator. I had frog legs once. I was like, it does taste like chicken. I don't want to eat nothing else. I don't want to eat none of that stuff. Is that poultry? It probably tastes like poultry though. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, we I needed to do it, and come on, I feel a little better. I do. I was apprehensive, and I was like, oh, I don't want to come on, but like I said, this live is in honor for him today. Um, I'm gonna honor him every time, but specifically because it's my first live since actually hearing about him leaving, and so definitely, when his birthday comes up, we're gonna have a little birthday jammy jam here and salute him. Um, you know, because he's definitely he's definitely, he you could feel there's a, for those who are close with brother Rich, you could feel that void, because he's not the type of person that won't just not check in, you know what I mean? Like, he's there, he's vibrant, he's here, you know what I mean? So the void is it's wild. It's a wild feeling. So thank you for the encouragement. And I know he would have been like, yeah, go ahead, do it, get down there, go down there. You're my teacher, you're the teacher. And I'm like, nah, man, we're all learning, we're all teachers to each other. That's it. I don't take nothing, you know. But he's really like a student. Like, you are Mr. Miyagi. Like, you showing me some stuff. And I'm like, man, quit. You good. You know a lot of stuff too. So that's the beauty of not being afraid, or not that's the beauty of being able to communicate to one another and big them up, and it's no thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we shouldn't be afraid to really give this genuine love to people that deserve it. We'll give genuine love to people, and some of us just don't. Some of them don't know how to return it, reciprocate it back. But we should definitely be giving each other the flowers while we're here in the moment. And thank God I was able to do that, because I'm always like, him and Big Cat, those are my brothers. Maybach just came into the scene. That's the third tripod. That's the tripod right there. You know what I'm saying? But Rich is like that pillar where I could just lean back and I'm like, I see Rich, I see you. And then I'll be in other spots and I see him, I'm like, or he'll be sending me here like, yo, go check out what's going on in Urban X, and go grandfather in, and I'm in the membership now, and I'm just like, all right, that's like my clutch. That's my, you know what I'm saying? Like, I throw the ball, he catches it, and he throws the ball, I got it. And it's almost like, that's like a quarterback, and you don't got your right hand man there, and you got to now substitute with something else. It kind of throws, you know what I'm saying? Like, it throws things off, and that's how I feel. I'm kind of like off, because that's my partner. That's my partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I gotta like, all right. So now that I throw the ball long. Maybe I catch it. I'm throwing the ball long. Go long. Because Rich is like right here. Cat is right here. So I could be like, all right. But I'm like, all right, Maybach, go. Run with it. And so that's exactly, if I had to articulate the feeling, and for my guys who, or girls, your sports heads, that's what it is. It's that void. And I'm just like, I'm like lost, and I'm sure, Raz girl, you feel like that too. And I know your guys were, thick as thieves, but I'm like for that other like the mental, that's what, because that's what he does. It's like that mental stimulation, and just, here, go check out this person, or I'm on right now, look, like, listen to this, or just sending me stuff, you know what I mean, just positive affirmations, like just giving me my flowers, and nothing else behind it. That's what I'm saying. We shouldn't be afraid to be like, yo, big up to such and such, you know what I mean? like, because everybody who's doing something deserves to get that, because some of us go unrecognized and they're putting in some work, and they don't do it for glory, they don't look for fame, that's just what their nature is. But you know what I'm saying, like, we got to stop being in this kind of little selfish world of ours, and recognize the people that we have right in front of us and be like, you know what, love you, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like with Pink, like, we just stabbed, I'm like, that's my sister, like, love her, I love her. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know y'all like that, but there's certain relationships that I've established where I'm like, it goes deeper than just this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so when that's cut short and you just like, whoa, you kind of almost kind of take for granted that they're around, even if we go through our own stuff. Some people just go in and check in anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we gotta salute each other and give us the flowers in there. Yeah, go deep. Give us the flowers. Give them the flowers here. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, it's cliche, and yeah, time is short and all that stuff, and love them while you're here and stuff. And I'm like, I did. So I don't feel bad in that aspect. I'm like, I'm glad that I got just a little slither to be a part of his world. You know what I mean? Like, I'm grateful and appreciative to have just that little slither of him in my life. You know what I'm saying? And can feel like I know that I had a hitter. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, I got this, I got you covered. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I got Big Cat here, I got Rich Mo right there. Like, I'm like this. So, oh man, it's like, what happened? Man, even that birthday, the birthday celebration, he was like, he was like, Big Cat needs to stay in the chat. And just had me cracking up because he was like saying so great. Like, we was just goofing on the whole birthday thing and the whole birthday celebration. And then, he was in the comments. He's like, Baz girl, he's like, that's my YouTube wife, cuz Big Cat was saying something crazy. And I swear that was the funniest. I had to go back to that. And I was like, yo, oh my God. He's like, yo, pull up, Big Rich, pull up. Rich is in the cut. He's chilling out. I'm like, Rich ain't coming up here. Rich is not coming up here. I'm like, and I know he's tempted to, but he's not. He's going to stay right there. And he was chilling. He had the day off. And he was like just chilling. And then behind the scenes, I texted him. I was like, yo, thank you for chilling out and spending the day with me. And he was like, all good, sis. All good. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't be too far removed that you can't thank the next person just for giving a little bit of their time to you. Because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what can happen. You know what I'm saying? So to just acknowledge and be like, yo, thank you for showing up. That's nothing. You know how that makes that person feel? Like, they feel like they're worth it. They feel like they're worth something. When you're like, you know what? Thank you. It's a small little thing. And that's a token of affection. That's a token of appreciation. That's a token of love. Larry Beach is in the building. Salute. Salute, Larry Beach. Aww. Oh, so okay. Larry's not in the building. Yeah, man. Wait, and was he there when we were? Oh man, Rich. That's what I'm saying. Because he be in the bushes. Rich is in the bushes, and there's something said. He'll come up and he'll pop up and he'll text and he'll put something in the messages, right? Or he'll put his little zipper. Like, I ain't saying nothing. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, come on, say, Rich. What are you talking about? Man, and yeah, he's in the cut, man. He's in the cut. That's what I'm saying. Like, So Larry's appreciative. Yeah, man. I had to do that. That's our guy. Ribeye on the way. So Pink says, I love ribeye. Yeah, ribeye is good too, but I like to eat the fat off of that. That's when I was in my steak days. I'm not in my steak days no more. I'm not in my steak days. Larry Beach, yeah, man. We love you, man. And I know how you felt about Rich too. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's this little tripod in here. Like, all like most of us are like, we're cool with Rich, but then there's this other level behind the scenes shit that is just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that he let us into his circle just a little bit, and maybe some even a little bit more. And it's like, yo, like, that's what I'm saying. Just a slither of a piece of Brother Rich is like, yo, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful to have spoken to him and talked to him, and he's even divulged some of his fears and some of his trials and tribulations that he's been through in life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling him, yo, like, because he sees how transparent I am, so that opens up. Like, I'm not that far from, you know what I'm saying? I tell y'all, I was a mess. I'm still a mess. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what made him comfortable enough to kind of come out of his shell a little bit and just say, this is what's going on. This is what happened. This is what happened in life. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, all right, you all right like now? Are you good? And he's like, I'm far better than I was before. He's like, I still, but I'm far from how I was thinking before. And I'm like, that's all that counts. You know what I'm saying? Like, check in with your brother and your sister. Now, I'm talking about your blood brother and your sister, but check in from time to time. Because we're all going through something, and you don't know, just that simple little sending a message to somebody can lighten up their day and make them feel good. You know what I mean? Now the other brother, Rich, has sent a message. He's going on. I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I could do it, but I can't do it without you, man. Because we will be critiquing and talking about the programs afterwards. What? Who's in jail? Somebody's in YouTube jail? Oh, shit. What? Damn it. YouTube got him. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm like, I'm not. I was gonna play like Tupac and stuff, and I was gonna play this song. This is for my homies, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna get that copy thing going on. So I just put on some meditation music. But I wanted to, like, definitely toss it up today for Rich and just put on some Tupac. But yeah, they were like, eh. Oh, Brother Joseph is coming on tonight. And reincarnation. So I think we can wrap this up, guys. Who's grilling today? Oh, Jay grilled this over the weekend. Well, let Larry know that I received this message. Oh, excuse me, guys. I received this message, Raz Girl. So, and I thank him for thanking me. Tell Maybach says, tell people you love them while they can hear it. Right, in the physical form. Yeah, and we definitely had no problems. Like, love you, bro. Love you, sis. Like, on some real, like, that's my like, because he's literally the same age. My brother, my physical brother, they're only a couple of months apart. And my little brother just turned 40, and Rich would have been 40 in October. They're born in 82, because he kept saying, he's like, remember, I'm younger than you. I was like, you're an old soul though. So it's wild, guys. It's really wild. But yeah, so he's always clowning me. That's what he do. He clowns me. He has jokes for me. And so we shouldn't be that far removed from each other to let each other know how we feel. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why he can't talk, because they put him on timeout. Harlem Shake. Oh my God, he did a Harlem Shake. They can't get him for that. But YouTube is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. They are not, as much as we love to be on it, and it's a great asset. It's, 'Cause, 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 Jay is silly. I can't with you, Brother Savage. And Lotus for holding it down today. As always, appreciate her. Yeah, Rise Girl, it's really a problem. It's really a problem. And you know what? That's why I was saying like it was around us because I was sending him stuff that was going on here, and he was sending me stuff that was out there, and I was just like, please, you know. And he's like, nah, I got this. I'm good. And I'm like, okay. But it's like that whole month, the whole month of July was like, I don't know. It was like, it was just weird. It was because now I'm looking at the stuff and I'm like, that shit was around us. I just knew that, I took it as he said he's all right. So I'm like, I try not to worry too much, but I'm like, I know what it is. You know what I mean? Then I'm hearing the soldier down and I'm like, damn, man. It's not it. But thank you guys for stopping by. This is in honor of our brother Rich Mo and his family, his friends, his loved ones. Um, this is, we could do more. We will. But this is his little family here on social media, and he's touched many lives. It touched their hearts. Um, you know, um, Even though he's younger than me, he's still like a big brother. He's still like a bodyguard, and I appreciate his love, his essence, sharing his life with us. Um, and just being a cool ass dude. Just being just real cool. Um, and we thank God for letting him have this little time with us. You know, so we're gonna send them off right. We're trying to do that right now and do the best that we can with that. We'll never forget. I'll never ever forget him. Um, Ever. And I love you all. I love you all that's here. You guys are familia. Those who are new to the program, you stay long enough, you'll be part of the family as well. But to the ones who have been here long enough, we are family. And one of our members is down and gone, and we want to lift him up to his fullest. uh we want to comfort his family with the healing arms. Send that love and light to his family, to his children, because uh, they're not going to see him wake up. And while this is hurting us the most, those children are hurt even more because they can't. If we're having a hard time trying to, like, say we want to talk to him, can you imagine what his children must feel? And so we want to give those children that comfort that they need right now. His wife, wrap her in these warm, loving arms. Um, just that healing, just this whole white light, just this healing, embrace them all with this love and light, this energy. We want to send them forward with that. We want to have this red quartz, just have that love exude and wrap them around with this green light, this protection for the family, for the children. We want to send our brother off in the direction that he needs to go so that he can be there for his family in the afterworld. You know, we don't want to keep him down here as much as we would love to, because he definitely has a mission in his ascension. But you know, he's gone too soon, and we understand this. And as much as it's racking our brains to comprehend it, you know, we know that it has to happen. So we just want to send his family out with a bunch of love, a bunch of light, warm healing comfort around them. Protection, protection, protection. Archangel Michael, wrap them around in your shield, in your sword. Most High, keep them in your bosom. Protect them, protect them, protect them. All right, guys, I'm going to go. So stop it, Jay. So stupid. All right, so we're going to go back, come back in another 2 weeks. So do all signs. All right. So make sure you don't want to miss that. I will try to. I have Ant Dog as the number one to do mini readings. I'm not doing any personal readings at the moment. And so if you want to get a little reading, you can come back in 2 weeks with me. And when I do the all signs, it's going to be a long time. It's going to be like 2 hours in, and hopefully I can get you guys in. But if you want to come back and do a mini personal reading, you can. What else? September, like after the couple of weeks of September, I'm going to see how the schedule is, and then I'll open back up for personal readings on my website, where you can go in and then book an appointment. But right now the schedule's closed. And just coming on every 2 weeks. I'm not doing the Mindful Mondays. Everything's kind of like wait until September, because, you know, the scheduling, and I can see how that looks with school and stuff like that. And then I just need a spiritual maintenance timeout, if you will. Show. All right, everybody in here, salute, salute, salute. Brother Maybach, my beauty queen, thank you so much. You were my confirmation to, you know, make it okay to say, because I really wasn't aware. But I wanted to say his name because he needs to be uplifted and effigy, you know, and we need to remember and say his name. And I know that's not his full name, but that is who he is to us. And I'm glad that you came through, so I was able to say his name and be comforted, because you and I are, you know, we're in that same little nest of you know, grieving and being so close to him, and it's just taking us, you know, tailspin us. So thank you, my Lotus, for coming through and holding down the chat, holding down the fort, and everybody else who came through. I know I saw FL earlier. Jay came through. Brother Savage, his new name that we have given him. Thank you, Raz. Yeah. Say a little something for him in your prayers. My sister, my pink sugar came through. Ooh, and Phoenix. Ooh. Mm-hmm. It's like full circle. Panero. Then I saw Brother Schiffer. I was like, oh, the universe is spinning back again, is it now? Love it. I love it. It always comes full circle. You know what I'm saying? That 180 becomes 360. So meet you at the crossroads so you won't be lonely. See you at the crossroads so you won't be lonely. All right, guys. We're gonna. Oh, Ant Dog still stood 10 toes down with us. Salute. Thank you. Yeah, so I got you. I wrote you down on my paper. I will not forget that you are going to be. Ivan's in the building. Ivan G. Good to see you, sir. Yeah, Dog, I got you. First and census. So don't forget, I'm gonna put a reminder out so you guys will remember that I'm coming on live Wednesday, October. Now, see, he's in my head. Slow down, Rich. Slow down. It's not October yet. August 31st, I will be doing the all signs for all signs. So that's Libra, Capricorn, Leo, Cancer, everybody. Pisces. But Scorpios. I will be doing all signs, but for sure, Dog is going to be right after I do that reading. You're going to get set up, all right? So, no, well, not. You know what I mean? Like I gotta watch my words. You're gonna be first in line, is what I'm saying, okay? Jesus. And what was Rich talking about with rice and beans? Like I still don't understand. Like he told me, but I still don't understand. I'm like, what are you? I'm like, you're Puerto Rican or something? You Puerto Rican, sir? Excuse me, you Puerto Rican? He was like, you think? I'm like, I don't know. You keep talking about Puerto Ricans. You might be somewhere along the line. I don't know. But you keep talking about them. But he's like, no, I'm talking about Raz Girl and Eve. EBE, salute to EBE. Okay. All right. So we got everybody. I saw all your messages. Jay, salute. Thank you, brother. For chilling out with us. And you know, JVJ's got me calling Raz Girl Razzie Girl. I think that's so cute, Razzie Girl. Now we got cupcakes in here. All right, y'all say y'all all your salutes so we can go ahead now because it's already what 3:30 in the time frame. We got 2:42 cooking in the afternoon. I haven't had breakfast. Now it's gonna be lunch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Let's give our final salute. Salute to Rich Mo, our soldier. We love you, bro. We love you. All right, y'all. So peace out. Check y'all on the flip side. And next week, or the following week, rather. Yeah, we'll be back on. All right. Love you guys. Mwah.